Had to use both heads. It's like
Do they look like Pringles or are they triangles?
They're triangle. They're tiny. Tasty. Very sweet.
That was what kind of barbecue?
Sweet and tangy.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
Definitely swinging. Sweet.
Allison?
That was supposed to be sweet.
Sweeney. That was your doppelganger popping out here. So if it's supposed to be sweet and tangy, Sweeney.
It should be swingy.
Should be swinging.
Swingy.
Is that because of all the sugar they added to it?
good though.
I don't know when I don't know how I feel about them.
It's just a fish. You can see fish anywhere.
It's like they're like it's like Doritos, but
They are Doritos.
I mean it's
They're
like
Doritos in a Pringle can.
but it's like the Doritos or Pringles can, but with the barbecue, they taste like Fritos.
Kind of, but not as bad because Fritos are gross.
I thought they were the same thing.
Right tracks.
It's a corn trick. Corn chip.
What is it?
Like we say tracks, and that had me corn chip.
He says, "Okay, I'm up." Hello. You better get up.
Sorry, we're
Get up and
enjoying
run.
our Walmart meal.
Yeah. Had to eat our sandwich real quick. And our Doritos. We're over here eating like what? Like teenagers.
We're eating like locals. We came to the Flower and Garden Festival.
I know.
Walmart food.
It's true. That's the kind of people we are.
We're not no suckers.
We are every other day, just not today.
Not gonna get us for $1.
You're not getting our money today, Disney.
Not this week.
I mean, you are as soon as I go buy a soda, but other than that, you're not getting our money.
That was last week. Not today, sadly.
Not today, polyester.
Not today, Rayon.
Rayon. Not today, velvet.
Not today, cotton.
Oh, not today, spandex.
Oh, is that a material? I thought that was
Yeah,
sand.
it's a. No, that's Spanx. Well, spandex also might be a. Spanx might also be a brand, but it's also a fabric. Right? Spandex. Yeah, it's made out of. Yeah, something is made out of spandex. Yeah. How do we get on these topics anyway?
Well, because we say things and random things pop in our heads. Like your sweet and tangy mix up.
Yeah. Our Doritos were sweet and tangy, and I meant to say I taste sweet, and I ended up saying I taste swingy. So whatever that means. Swingy. $11 a.m. and Jenny is talking about spandex, yeah? At least she's not wearing it though. That's the thing that matters.
Corn chips if you don't want them. It's 11 a.m. We've been here since park opened, but the park has been busy until just now.
Yeah, definitely starting to pick up. Which makes sense because it's 11.
Oh yeah, the early morning people are here for the rides. People here by 11, they're here for lunch and the festival. Ooh, I don't know if anybody can hear the things that I hear people picks up in the camera. The language that I hear the last couple of days is just out of control.
Did you just hear it again?
Oh man, he is mad.
We heard it this morning, right? Where were we?
Yeah,
we heard it this morning.
We heard it this morning, but this time, I don't know if that picked up on camera.
I didn't hear
It's
it.
just a hard F word.
Oh, dang.
Oh yeah, we heard it. Remember we heard it at Animal Kingdom. We weren't filming, but we heard it at Animal Kingdom.
Oh.
Real bad.
I never went to Epcot for the festivals, just the tech, when it was about the tech. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
A little bit of both for me. Except I lean heavily towards the festivals because of the food.
But you know a lot about old Epcot, and I don't.
Yeah. I mean, like, Chris Tracks, he might remember the original interventions. Hello. Yeah.
A little loud. Hold on. Hold on. Let me get out of this. Wow.
It was just like
The gates of heaven opened up. Do you want to stand right here and talk for a second? I'll be right back.
Yeah, where are we at?
Just as you're going into the Frozen Pavilion.
Okay, I'm gonna plug in this gimbal real quick.
Can you do it?
Yeah, I should be able to find it. All right, but yeah, old school Epcot. I used to be. It took me a while though. Old school Epcot took a while for me to adjust to because when I was little, and I'm talking about like I'm a young guy, so I was born the same year. Hold on, let me plug this in. I was born the same year that Epcot was introduced, and I never really got into Epcot until, oh man, I would say mid to late 90s. And by that time, everything was going away, like Horizons, all the good classic rides back in the day. I just remember Epcot having the video games when they were really big on the Sega Genesis. And I was playing like Sonic the Hedgehog and Kid Chameleon, all those old school Sega Genesis games. And then they took them out, and then they had a bunch of science fair experiments, which was cool. Like there was one I remember, kind of my young age, I was infatuated with this. It was like a capsule of air, and there would be a rubber ball or some sort that would hover in the capsule. I don't know why. It just because I remember the ball had a significant amount of weight to it, so it was the amount of pressure that it took for that ball to hover the way that it was. Blew my mind. But then they got rid of all that, and then it was like empty spaces. And then I think that was the same time they introduced, what was that thing called? It was like the Sum of All Thrills, which to me now reminds me of any of the IAPA videos that I see. It's like where they test out the technology and whatnot. Sorry.
I'm trying to squeeze in behind you.
Oh, sorry, I didn't know I was that close to on. Oh, one thing before we start moving.
Oh, yeah.
Make sure this is on. Hold on. Is it
No.
on?
Oh, wait. Yes,
It is? Okay.
it's on. And I want to tell you, Ride Track said experimental prototype cussing of tomorrow.
Oh, yes. There you go, right, Trax. You're about as witty as I am, because that wouldn't even have came to me. Kind of goes with
Did we take it or no?
Oh, that's fine. It's whatever. I already have it in my pocket, so
Okay.
I figure if you go pin trading, you can just abandon me.
Yes.
Yeah. Experimental prototype cussing of. That is for sure. Because I would say between this park and surprisingly, where have I heard more cussing? Animal Kingdom, or I know we heard some at Animal Kingdom yesterday. Hollywood, where were we when that guy was losing it on his wife?
Oh.
It was in. Where did we last? Where did we last stream from?
Tours. Oh yeah, we were coming just the show. We
Yes.
were coming out of the Frozen pin trading
Yes,
area
okay.
by the show.
Because we had it on camera too. Because
Yeah.
I was like, oh wow, that was excessive, and that wasn't even cussing. He was just being a bad husband. Like, you do what I say when I say it. I'm like, whoa, bro,
Yeah.
calm down. You're gonna bring out that Xena warrior princess out of her. There's an old school reference that
I know what that is.
some people might appreciate.
I do. I remember that show.
I had a crush on Lucy Lawless back in those days.
Did you?
Oh yeah, Lucy Lawless and who's the other girl? There was a girl. She just did a bunch of cameos. She was on Friends that one time. She was working at the baby store.
Oh, that girl.
Yes.
Yeah. She's got that New York accent.
Yes.
Yes.
Because the first time I saw her was Saved by the Bell. She was I think it was the episodes where they went to Hawaii, and her and Zach had a thing, but she was older than Zach, so it was kind of like, oh.
Okay. Right Track says the people of Universal can be Disney with potty mouth and attitude. I'm sure that's right.
Oh yeah, that's excusable at Universal Studios.
Is it though?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of
more
action.
than here.
A lot of action scenes, a lot of action movies. I mean, we literally get on Fast and Furious, and The Rock says Cookie Puss. And I'm like, I don't know if you could say that.
Yeah.
It's like Universal Studios, I expect the limit to be pushed. But Disney,
Everyone wanted Lawless to take the role of
I can see that. I could definitely see that.
She was a little, was she kind of very, I don't want to say manly, but kind of manly?
She had strong features,
Okay.
strong jawline.
But she didn't look like China.
No.
See, that's how I
That's
remember
that's
her.
just wrong.
Well, I mean, that's just kind of
No.
in my, she had black hair though, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
dark black hair.
Yeah.
I mean, for that time frame though, that was like, I don't want to say, what was that? That was early '90s, mid '90s.
Yeah.
There wasn't a lot of bombshells back then.
Was or wasn't?
Wasn't. I mean, once you got past Pamela Anderson,
Yeah.
who was there? I mean, they were pretty much all dark hair. Because the thing about it, I mean, Tiffany Amber Thiessen,
Yeah, she was
and no one else really matters after that. Oh. Yeah, and the only reason I really know about Lucy Lawless is because I would say my dad was a big fan of Xena Warrior, and that's funny. He would watch Xena Warrior Princess, but I would watch Hercules, even though they were like one and the same, and they even had crossovers. My dad did not like Hercules. I don't know if he just didn't like Kevin. What's his name? Kevin Sorbo or what? But
Raintrack says Carmen Electra. That's a good one.
yes. But see, the problem with Carmen Electra, she married Dennis Rodman. Then it was like, oh God, no. Like if she marries that guy, come on now.
He was a little out there.
Now, who is the other one though? Who's the girl? Okay, she's not attractive to me, but she played in Joe Dirt.
Oh, the blonde hair girl?
Yes.
Yeah.
And she was in My Name is Earl.
Yes.
Like she's kind of like you can't put your finger on it. Like
Jamie. Her name is Jamie.
yes, Jamie something though. Presley.
Jamie Presley.
Yes.
I think that's right.
So it's like she's not like, oh yeah, but then for some reason
mean-
you're just like, huh.
Yeah,
Look at that.
right. No, I agree with that. I enjoyed Jack of all trades a bit over Xena and Herc. I enjoyed Jack
Of all trades.
over Xena.
Might be
and
another
Herc.
show.
Oh, I don't know.
I'm
what
trying
that
to
is.
think if
I'll
I've.
be right back.
Okay. Trying to think if I've even. Only reason too, I remember Xena. I don't even know if you remember, Mariah Trash, you might remember this. Universal Studios at one point had, was it Hercules and Xena, like a soundstage show, or was it just Hercules? I feel as if it was both of them. And I feel as if that soundstage is now being used for, where am I at placing that? Transformers? Maybe? And like, oh, you had said, oh, right, Trax, you had said you were working on something. You had the video for something, and it brought me back to Universal Studios again. And now I'm drawing a blank. Because it might have been, did you say something about the Alfred Hitchcock Presents? Because that reintroduced me to Alfred Hitchcock when I was little. I'll wait till she comes back. Well, she might be a while. Yeah. And we do want to go back to Universal Studios again. Just don't know when that's going to be. It's so difficult going to Universal because, well, one, traffic. Two, copyrights. And three, it's because we literally can't do anything there. You can't film on the rides. You can't really, you're not even supposed to really film on the shows the way some people make it sound. I know most people, they try to get away with it, but I don't want to be crossing the line. I just wish they would bring back old school Universal.
Okay.
Sorry. Hopefully.
He said Jack of all, I don't know what you guys, I can't hear you guys talking about it. Jack of all trades was also a Sam Raimi or Rami show, R-A-M-I, show starring Bruce Campbell. Yep, Xena and Herc is now Transformers, and
Okay.
yes, working on a Hitchcock video.
Okay, perfect. That's exactly what I'm looking forward to. Because like I said, yeah, we'll end the Universal talk with this, with this one. Yeah, like the Alfred Hitchcock Presents used to be where, oh, what is it now? It is where the Minions, the game, the movie walkway game is, whatever that's called. VillainCon.
Yeah.
And before that, it was Shrek. And then before that, it was Alfred Hitchcock. Jack of all, I may remember that because I did kind of get into the Bruce Campbell fandom a little bit. I just
Totally lost me on all that.
well, I think that was Bruce Campbell was well, you probably wouldn't know this either. What was that movie? Ash. They made the remake and they actually made it a horror movie. Evil Dead.
Oh, you're tapping me like I'm supposed to know that.
No, I'm tapping because that's how I'm trying to
You're
yeah. It's like like when you're waiting for the next person to text and it gives you that ...
Oh yeah. It was so disappointing to go from Hitchcock to Shrek.
Yes.
I was crushed.
I was, especially because when I did go on it, I was like, first I was like, okay, maybe I'll give this a try. Then I got on it and I'm just like, okay, I feel like I just watched Phil Har, but I need a chiropractor because these seats suck.
He said he was also Briscoe County Jr.
Briscoe County. Oh, huh. All right. Right there?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Yeah, we'll save all that reminiscing for our Universal Studios video. We're hoping to do that sometime soon because we're gonna probably renew our passes. They're actually due up on April, I think she said the 26th. We might go re-up them. I'm really hoping that they'll give us a sweet new deal for the upcoming Epic though, if they ever drop the annual passes for that. Cause I don't know how they actually work the renewal process once you've actually renewed. But yeah, we're hopefully going to do that soon before the passes are up. Plus, I believe Titan wants to go see that Bourne stunt show, which is pretty good. But enough of that Universal jazz. We're at Epcot, Flower and Garden. It's not too bad of a day. It's supposed to be 83 today, but the wind is actually very cooling. Hopefully the heat will be play nice with our electronics. And it's going to be a relatively short day today. We're only going to be here till 1 o'clock. And as always, that Beverly challenge is in full effect. So we'll tally up those likes by at least 12:45, 12:50. But let's actually go old school Epcot. Relive some of the glory days. I was just seeing, I was on one of my Facebook groups and they were talking, it was like retro people, like people who remember the old theme parks, and there was a whole thread on World of Motion and how they can't wait to see what they bring back, and someone was saying something about possibly having some newer looking vehicles, which I would be kind of interested in. I know it'll be the same premise of the vehicle, but... Sorry.
Can I look at your pins really quick?
Oh, sorry.
Oh, you're totally fine.
But then they opened up a can of worms with the old Wonders of Life Pavilion, and it's been gone for so long that I absolutely forget about the Wonders of Life Pavilion. Body Wars and all the unique things. I think Cranium Command was in there. All that unique stuff. Because the last time I've been in that building, oh my gosh, I think this is when they were opening up for the festivals. There were 2 different times I entered in. One was a gardening seminar, so I'm out. And the other one was they had a quilting seminar. So I was just like, okay, I see where they're going with this booth, or this building.
Which building was it?
The Wonders of Life Pavilion. How it used to be such a big deal back when I was little with Body Wars and all this other scientific stuff. And then once that didn't get popping anymore, they just made it, gardening seminars and quilting seminars.
Or plant. Wasn't it plant?
Yeah, the gardening. Yeah, they'd have like a whole section of people that were sitting around,
Yeah.
like having little meetings with someone. Yeah, they would have like you could buy flower seeds.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I remember.
And then of course they announced the project, and that was it. Never did anything else. Kind of like if anybody remembers, how long has it been? Disney Hollywood Studios was supposed to get a name change about what, a decade ago? I think they announced that name change back in like 2015 before they started to tear up studios.
He said Disney has just released a video on the vehicles. They are the same, just with a black color scheme. The interior is slightly upgraded. Are you talking about Test Track?
Yeah. Okay. I could be on board with that a little bit. I originally was thinking, though, if it wasn't for the theming of the area for Epcot, I was thinking that they could have brought in a Lightning McQueen Racing Academy ride over there, as if you're going through the simulation that he went through.
You're looking at Tiana. I'll be right back.
Okay.
That big structure.
Gotcha. Yeah, I was hoping that they would have done that, but I overthink it too, because I'm thinking like, well, it wouldn't have made sense for the area to have cars in Epcot, but just to have the Racing Academy right there to actually ride, and then you have to race the Jackson Storm or Chick Hicks, and then they could have took down the original Test Track logo and just had a huge number 95. I gotta be like, sign me up for that. Save him a lot of money since he wouldn't have to build a whole new system. You already have it. And then the one thing I do miss, I know this is a weird thing. I don't think anybody else even remember this. Right before the whole gutting of Epcot, one of the Interventions buildings had the Crayola Experience, but alongside the Crayola Experience was like a what's it called? An efficient home, a home efficient, something like that, where everything in the house was like, recycled out of this and saves you money on this. It was just a whole model home. It was like walking in an IKEA.
What was it?
Remember that efficient home that they used to like to walk through here at Epcot?
Oh, yeah.
In I was saying how it was like walking through an IKEA.
My lady back there is having the best time.
Sounds like.
Have I mentioned, have you seen the Future Port 82? It's a virtual walkthrough of 80s Epcot. Downloadable for you to walk through the original rides and all of Future World.
Get out of here. Oh man, because I got I remember watching. I saw a video of Horizons, and I'm just like, man, why did they tear down that ride? They tore down some awesome rides for, Mission Space.
They tore down a ride to put in Mission Space?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think it was Horizons. Horizons sat in that building, had some awesome animatronics and everything in there. It was kind of like, if I remember this correctly, it was like showing you. At one point, they show you like different ways of living. Like you could live under the sea, you could live in space, and all these different things that they had. You sit in a vehicle like you do at Nemo.
Okay.
And then they tore down for Mission Space. And I'm like, why would you do that?
I'm sorry, I'm going to swing you in a circle, but
Very good.
I thought this would be the best view. You're
Right there?
looking at the big China
Pagoda?
Japan
Pagoda?
structure. Yeah.
All right.
He says it's amazingly photoreal. The guy making it is being helped by the original ride makers with videos and schematics. I'll be back.
Okay, that's awesome right there. That's the type of conversations that I want to have, because even though I'm not like I don't want to say over fanatical. Like, it's amazing that some people can get to meet some of these creators that do just such great things. And I'm like, I'm in awe of it, because it's like, man, that again, like, I love people that do things that I can't do, especially now, being blind. So like, like Ride Tracks, I'll listen to your videos, And I can imagine what they look like. And, my kids will tell me, or my wife will tell me what the video is. And I always find myself watching, sometimes I have to go through the playlist to find it, that Back to the Future video that you have that's like on repeat. And I just it just takes me back. I just remember getting in that vehicle, looking at that dashboard, listening to Doc Brown tell you to hurry up, everything like that. I just am fascinated that people can do all these things. And that's why Epcot's probably not one of my favorite resorts or one of my favorite theme parks to go to, but I do appreciate what it is and the longevity that it's had, and just the fact that you go to Spaceship Earth today and it's the same ride that it was 20 years ago, but it still feels like something special. And it was my dad's favorite ride. I will gladly say my dad's favorite animatronic in, I think, all of Disney World is the Paperboy in Spaceship Earth that they had to turn around because someone, I can't remember what they did. They did something real stupid. They grabbed the animatronic and it broke, and I think hydraulic fluid flew everywhere, which burned the face that they couldn't recreate. So they put him in the back and faced him against the ride. But that was my dad's favorite animatronic of all time. He always got a kick out of that. I have no idea why. He must have been a paper boy when he was little. And I'd have to rack my brain if I had to think of my favorite animatronic, because there's just so many animatronics that I like. And to be brutally honest with you too, it wasn't until I moved down here and got an annual pass that I started to really enjoy the theme parks more. Because I grew up, my dad walked 53 miles an hour. So we never really saw anything. It was just like ride, gone. We would go all 4 parks all day, every day. But then I get my annual pass, I come down here, and I'm checking out everything in Epcot. I'm just like, I didn't know China had a show.
Before he said that, he said, yep, Paperboy turned to the corner.
Yes. Yeah. All because, 1, idiots that don't appreciate a good ride, and 2, Disney for not having the backup face. Unless it was more of an internal thing than anything else. Am I good this way? Sorry.
Thank you so much. You're welcome.
Like, smile. You're on Disney camera. And I haven't been in a rush to mention this, but we are doing the Beverly Challenge. 10 likes, 1 cup of Beverly, 5 subscribers, 2 cups of Beverly. That will be honored by at least 12:50 to 1 o'clock. We'll tally up those last numbers of that.
How many likes did you say?
Well, for every 10,
Okay.
it's 1 cup. So hopefully everyone's watching Ron on the Go or Disney Parks with Love or Disney Parks with Janelle. Is it Disney Parks with Love or Disney Parks with Janelle?
With love.
With Love, okay. Or hopefully maybe some people are watching, who's the other guy out there? Tom Does Disney? Or any of these other nicely done vloggers that really just ahead of the game. Plus, I've actually seen a couple of newbies. No, I shouldn't say newbies. A couple of people that I think just started, maybe not even 6 months ago. And one of them is I don't want to say elderly, an older couple. Probably somewhere in late 50s, early 60s. They're great. They're just appreciating everything, which I think is a great thing to still do. I think some vloggers, they just lose that appreciation a little bit. Not saying that they don't appreciate it. I think it's just because it's so overdone to them. Like they were just here. So it's just, super chats and everything like that. Which, I mean, yeah, I'm not going to say nothing against that, but I'm just saying, like, I will always find enjoyment just being here without even having really filmed anything. Like yesterday, we didn't film at all. We just pin traded. We went to, where did we go? We went to Animal Kingdom, Where did we go yesterday? I think we went to Animal Kingdom and Magic Kingdom, pin traded, ate lunch, then came back to Animal Kingdom, pin traded again, got into the Pin Palooza, got me some, oh man, that guy at Animal Kingdom asked me like 5 different trivia questions. And I think we nailed all of them, but I think he stumped me on the rocket one.
He did have to give us a couple of hints though.
There was a couple of them that had to give us a lot of hints because it was
That's
like,
true.
oh, especially what that lady say, the one attraction that Walt Disney himself handpicked everything for.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, racking my brain for everything that's in Disneyland.
Now, see, I feel like I have to take the fall on that one because I'm the one who typically knows the history of like Walt.
Yeah.
You know a lot more about the parks and old school Disney. I know more about Walt. And so I just was like so ashamed of myself.
And that's kind of like the in-between though, because it's like, I that's something that probably would have fell under the radar for me knowing about the parks. But that's the same thing that would have fallen under the radar about you knowing Walt Disney, because it was like, yeah, you know everything about Walt Disney, personal life, and things like that. But that's a small detail in such a vast...
I read the books, like I know all about, I read like all about how, all the stuff that he did at the World's Fair with Mr. Lincoln and
Yes.
the boat from Small World, like all of that stuff.
Yes.
So that falls into that category that I should have known. Yeah, we did not get
Yeah.
that. That's the only time we've failed a trivia and not gotten the pin.
Yeah, and it's good to know because if it's true... I don't think we have said it. So...
Right, Jax, what is your answer?
Oh.
Were you going to say the answer?
Yeah, I was just about to say
He
the answer.
said, I know that answer but can't remember it. Do you want to take a guess?
Yeah, because we were throwing out everything that we could. So basically, the biggest hint was it's in both Disneyland and Disney World, and of course that's a lot. But it's an opening day attraction. But the other hint was not all attractions are shows, and not all shows are attractions.
No, it's not Pirates.
And that's immediately what I thought. But then I remember Pirates was an opening day at Magic Kingdom.
No, it wasn't Tiki. We also guessed Tiki.
Yep. She didn't say no to that. She just said that the Tiki Room originally was planned to be a restaurant, and
Yeah,
because you
live
can't
birds.
have birds, because you
Yeah.
can't have live birds in a
Yeah.
restaurant. I'll give you one more guess, and then we'll say the answer.
No, it wasn't Carousel either. I guessed that.
Yep,
one
you
too.
guessed it. Yep. All right. So the answer was, get this, Tom Sawyer's Island. He basically had an idea. He gave it to his designers, but he didn't like the design. So then he told them specifically, right here.
Yeah.
He told them specifically everything he wanted. He wanted the fort that way. Okay. He wanted the fort where he wanted the fort. He wanted the bridge, the rope bridge. He wanted the caves. So he basically designed both Tom Sawyer's Islands. And we just kind of was just like, huh. And it didn't sound like she was just making it up as she went along either. It sounded like a legitimate answer. Hopefully the sun doesn't overheat too much. But yeah, I was quite impressed. Actually, the only other thing that I did not know, because I'm not a huge Marvel fan, and I knew I shouldn't ask a Marvel question, but the question was, what was Rocket's original name before he donned the name Rocket? And I had no idea. I still don't know the answer, because it was like, I think it was like a set of numbers, because he was like an experiment or something like that. So I was just like, okay, I'll give you that one. But then hearing other people's questions, I'm just like, oh, okay, I knew that question, surprisingly. Where are we at? Huh. Trying to blink on where we are right now. Sometimes the music throws me off because it's like, surely we couldn't be in France already. But we do walk, she does walk pretty fast, so it wouldn't surprise me. And as always, if you haven't already, like and subscribe to the channel. If you are just watching us, go ahead and give us a like. Every 10 likes is one cup of Beverly. every 5 subscribers is 2 cups of Beverly. We did pretty good last time. We had 20, I think we had just under 30, so I was able to get away with just 2 cups of Beverly, which is absolutely disgusting. This is one of the things where I'm looking forward to it, but I'm not looking forward to it.
What is it?
The Beverly. I'm looking forward to the people that would like to come and subscribe and like. But I'm not looking forward to the people that like and subscribe, because that means more of that.
Yeah. When we told Rytrax the answer, he said, oh, that was not my memory bank.
Yeah.
See, mine neither. I would not, I mean, we put out a lot of guesses. I would not have said Tom Sawyer Island.
Yeah. 'Cause again, it's like we're thinking of shows and rides. And that's just the one thing that's just kind of like, it's there. Like we said, the train. She said we were close with Big Thunder, or Country Bear Jamboree.
I didn't know if she meant, I didn't know what close meant though. I didn't
Yeah,
know if
like-
she meant like proximity or.
I figured she meant proximity because she was already canceling out the lands that it wasn't in.
Will you point the camera off to that side? Yes. Keep it going, yeah. All right, stay right here.
Yeah, 'cause I mean, we went through every attraction we could think of. Because she automatically told us it wasn't Carousel of Progress, and it wasn't something else. I can't remember what the other one she said. But then she started to eliminate Adventureland. So then I'm like, well, that eliminates Jungle Cruise. Would never have said Tom Sawyer's Island. Tom Sawyer's Island would have been the very last thing just out of desperation. And it's all the weird things that we retain. Like when I worked for EPCOT, now, don't tell anybody, but when I worked overnights at EPCOT, I've always heard the rumor.
I think I walked right in front of that camera.
That's all right. That's what they want to see.
No.
Allison Sweeney, ladies and gentlemen. Allison Sweeney. But when I worked the overnight shifts, I was determined to, be nosy and find things that you're not supposed to find. So I was working overnights, having to clean the Germany area, and I'm like, let me see if I can find this ride that they started in Germany. And I can't find it anywhere. I've gone through, there's a lot of locked areas that obviously I don't have access to, but nothing big enough that would have been like, oh, there's a ride here. It's supposed to be like a log flume, I think it was.
This was before you were talking about what you're talking about now. Excuse me. He said, I think I may have been thinking of EPCOT being the last project he had a hand in. Well, the problem was, well, not the problem, but
The problem is he died.
that is the problem. The thing is that he wanted EPCOT built first. That's
Yeah.
what he wanted
Yeah.
to do. He wanted the whole community of people.
Yeah. And I think it was also, too, he really pushed towards Florida because they wouldn't let him build his version of EPCOT in California. So then he was like, well, fine, I'll just build somewhere else.
And they were like, but you're going to build another Magic Kingdom first. They told him he had to build that one first.
Yeah.
But it's sad because he wanted to see EPCOT brought to life and never got to see any part of it.
No, but he lives in you, hey, and me.
Me in particular?
He lives
or-
in me, hey, everybody. He watches over everything we see, except for Fast Pass and Lightning Lane. He just can't stand that. Where were we just now, too? Where we just last were stopped. Or what country are we in now?
UK.
Oh, okay, so we were in France.
France. I
Okay.
was stopping at the Blue Umbrella.
Well, what got me is because I don't even remember walking through all the other countries.
Yeah, no.
I just remember Mexico, and then I even said in the stream, I'm like, well, we could have walked through all the countries because we did walk pretty fast.
True.
I just remember Mexico, and I'm like, there's no way we got to France already.
Swing around me.
Swinging. Right there. Good to go. All right. Yeah, it's going to be one of our short days. Wednesday is always our short day. Kids get out, have an early day that day, so we're usually wrapping up about 1:30 or so officially. Undecided if we're going to do our casual chat in the car. We might if we have time. So like I said, we're kind of pressing it. We started a little late with our pin trading. Park was really dead this morning. Not that many people here at all. Most people are already in line for Guardians of the Galaxy, of course. Star-Lord was walking around a little bit. And we were just pin trading. And then the crowd started to come in. We saw that. Pulled over to the side. Started to eat our sandwich. Okay. And said, hey, we need to get the stream going. So it's going to be a short day. I'm not expecting too many people. I know most people, like I said, are already tuning in to some of their favorites. But I'm hoping that we can get a good set of people like we did last time. I checked out some of our analytics. So our channel is doing pretty good for us, I would say, because we're casual. I want to do it quite often just to fall in line with the algorithm, but obviously we have so many other things going on. My wife, she's really enjoying the pin trading again. And of course, our little ones are still in school. Tyne has baseball tonight. He's got games on Saturday. Jenny works on the weekends as well. We just got a lot on our plate. Like once a year, done with the stream, we pick the kids up. We're basically at the house. Then it's time to start dinner. Then the showers.
I'll have you know I just played trivia and won.
Oh, what'd you get? What was the trivia? I don't even care what you won. What's the trivia?
Hold on, let me get. He said, I think I read somewhere that it's an archway with a mural on it. The mural was built to cover the entrance of the ride.
Okay, I know.
Ride you're looking for?
Yeah, I know where that is then. That was okay. So if it's where
he says I'm speaking of the unbuilt Germany ride.
Yeah. So if it's where I'm thinking of it, so okay, how do I say this? Where Beer Garden is, where you enter go to Beer Garden,
yes.
There's just a whole empty space because Beer Garden's on the left. Okay. Then there's like a whole empty space where basically like the restaurant is, but on the far right side is like just this random door.
Okay.
I've gone in there. It's basically just offices over there now. But if I was to use my memory, I would say, I could see that's where they could have put that ride. And they just covered it up and put a restaurant there. Because if you've ever been to Beer Garden too, Beer Garden doesn't feel like a planned restaurant. The way that it's set up. Because when we went there many years ago, the buffet is up above. And then there's that little landing with seating. And then there's another ground level with seating, and then that's where the stage is. That's almost very similar of a setup of how Pirates of the Caribbean is. If you've ever been to Pirates of the Caribbean, kind of like where after the merge area.
Oh, I forgot to tell you the trivia.
Oh, yeah.
The 4 countries that make up the United Kingdom.
Oh, that's an easy one. You would know that one.
I did know it, that's why I got it.
Yeah, that's why you got it right. There's Scotland, Ireland.
You don't have to. She didn't say
Yes. Oh, but that's me extra credit. Okay. Scotland, Ireland, Great Britain, and then Wales.
That's not right.
Or England?
Nope, that's not right.
What?
Okay.
What is it?
Northern Ireland. It's Ireland, Northern Ireland, Wales, and Scotland.
Really?
Yep.
Huh. Oh, color me black.
Someone already did.
Yes. Thanks, God. You're the best.
Okay, swing around me again.
Swinging.
Run in Canada real quick.
Right here? Okay. Well, there. Learn something new every day. And knowing is half the battle. All right. Yeah, it doesn't seem that busy today. Because, like I said, I usually judge it by crowd noise. We've only had a handful of spots that have sounded busy. Typically everywhere where there's an attraction. So Norway and of course France for Ratatouille. And I also judge it by how many people I bump into. Definitely a lot less people today than it was yesterday. And unfortunately, no dining here today. We already had a little bit of a light lunch. We only decided not to today because we ate pretty big for Titan's birthday. He just wanted something basic, so we just got a nice meal from a restaurant that he chose. Fast food restaurant, really. And just ate that at the house. Watched some Jurassic Park, which is like one of his favorite movies. Called it a day. He's a simple kid. Our kids are very simple. And I will say a big part of that is because they grew up doing what we wanted to do as kids. I think they've been to Disney World more times in the first 3 years of their existence than I did, even to this day. I went a lot as a kid, but I'm a little jealous. My kids have Florida birth certificates. They go to a Florida school.
Man, that's so like loud when I do that.
We'll probably have to get into some shade or
Okay.
just whenever.
Hands are on fire.
Oh, you guys like that. Probably people don't even think about going back there. Oh, you know what? That's where I could have stood. I could have stood in the in Morocco. I could have stood in the bathhouse.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, I almost lost it. I had to refit my hand on the camera. And I kind of may have turned and looked at the back of your head for a split second.
Did you?
It was like real quick.
Me, like that would have been a terrible. I hope you didn't because like I had that look on my face like
No,
bathhouse.
I'm pretty sure it was the back of your head. This is before I even said that.
Okay.
I mean, it can't be worse than when I clocked that lady in the head at Magic Kingdom.
True.
That was a 3D stream right there.
I don't know what you were talking about, but he said nice. I was just about to say he sounds like a simple kid. Are you talking about Titan?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
probably.
Yeah, but you spelt whiny wrong.
Well, then I was saying how like like our kids, they're doing all the things I wanted to do when I was a kid. Florida birth certificate.
Yeah.
Went to go to school in Florida.
Yeah.
Like I was saying, like we go to Disney Universal so much, it's like it's not a big deal for them. They like going,
Yeah.
but it's not like, yeah, let's go to Disney World. It's like, okay.
They don't ask to go, but they get excited when they know we're going.
Yeah.
They have a good time.
And of course, I mean, like here it is, we're in a theme park, all these rides, and they're so excited for the playground.
The playground and shows.
Yes. Oh yeah. And I could see that because Calypso is very much into theatrics. And Titan is too, because Titan's really enjoying a lot of movies.
Yeah, they didn't get that from me because, and my first set of kids was not stopping for a show for nothing in the world. Nobody's got time for shows.
Man, I love shows. Depending on the show, I should say. I mean, again though, I grew up going to some of the best shows on the planet. And again, I hate to keep bringing Ride Tracks into this, but he knows Universal Studios, and they have, I mean, the Wild West Stunt Show. That was like the greatest stunt show ever.
You should be good in the shade for a minute.
Okay.
If you go this way.
This way? Okay.
There you go.
Okay. Yeah, so like when Universal Studios, I know I keep bringing up Universal Studios at Disney, shame on me. But yeah, when Universal Studios, it was like everything was a show. And then I also just grew up liking more and more shows after a while. Sometimes I wouldn't suggest it now because I know a lot of people just don't care for it. Like Jenny doesn't care for sitting for long periods of time. So like 20, 25 minutes is maybe her max depending on the show. So like, we'll sit through Festival of the Lion King. We'll sit through Beauty and the Beast. I always enjoy Indiana Jones, but we will not be sitting through Nemo at all. I think that show's like 40 minutes. But yeah. Yeah, it's definitely warming up now. I think, like I said earlier, I think it's supposed to be 83 today. Every single time I check the weather, the phones say one thing. West 2 News, our local radio or our local news station, says another thing. Then we get in the car and the radio station says something totally different. Oh. So it's somewhere between 81 and 84 degrees today. Every once in a while there's a nice breeze that comes in. But I can definitely hear people that are not used to the heat.
If you want to go with Mark, like run over there.
I know.
Go ahead. So I'm trying to stay.
I mean, if there's one thing I can't say is old, it's the music. The music of the EPCOT is just spot on.
Yes, it is. I agree.
And I thoroughly enjoyed though. Like when we were earlier today, we were just chilling around and we were in the Germany gift shop, and it was quiet. Nobody was in there yet, and just hearing the cast members because they're all from the native country. So just hearing them speak in German to each other, it's just like, man, that's awesome. It's just so different from what I'm used to.
Sorry, I wanted to get that.
Oh, what was it? Topiary?
Yeah.
Be careful with the Encanto show out here in the distance.
Oh boy.
Did you see any of the projects light up at all?
He said they remind me of my cousins. They're odd in a good way. They're growing up in rural Georgia. They come to my house. I offer them soda or pastries. They don't react as kids do. They ask for water. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Sometimes our kids throw me off with that too, because like Titan did you notice for 3 days he didn't want tea for dinner. He just got a
water?
bottle of water.
Yeah.
And then every once in a while Calypso will ask for water for her lunch. So I'm just like, yeah, you guys didn't get that from me because I'm 43 years old. I still don't touch this stuff.
I love water.
Ugh, water sucks. It really, really sucks. Gatorade.
But the thing is like our kids have so many food allergies and stuff. They have to just stick with certain things.
Yeah, stick with what they know.
Titan cannot have soda at all ever. That will send him clear over the edge.
We could definitely, if we ever think about it again, we could definitely do the Sprite Zeros and stuff like that. Because you got him
back up towards the front.
Yeah, we can
make another round.
Yeah. Because you recently got him the Powerade Zero, whatever it's called.
I'm not giving my kids soda though. I don't mind that Calypso has one when we go out to eat once in a while, but other than that, I didn't allow my other kids to have soda either.
But you grew up drinking soda.
Yep. My mom gave us absolute crap food and drinks.
Yeah, my dad, he tried to feed me some of that nutritious stuff. Then it just ended up, he just gave up on it. Because then, it wasn't like soda. Like, he would buy me a 2-liter of soda and say this has to last you 2 weeks, or whatever the time frame was. But generally, it was always like what's the other thing called? Fruit drinks, like apple juice, orange juice.
We didn't get that growing up.
Really?
Juice, that was more expensive.
Oh, I figured you guys would make it yourself though.
Make juice?
Yeah, like orange juice.
Well, Mom would buy frozen orange juice sometimes.
And then my dad bought a presser.
Oh.
So he would just buy the fruit and then we would just press it. So like he would drink pear juice, and his pear juice would have like chunks of pear in it.
Oh, that would be
So
good.
it was almost like like drinking a all natural fruit cup, except without the high fructose corn syrup.
So he said, I love water and I don't buy it. And I don't buy it. But
I don't buy it either. Nobody loves water.
I do buy it. But I can't read anymore. But if you bring soda into this house, it's going directly into an IV drip into my veins. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And that's how I am with me. I have to actually refrain from drinking as much. I have to like regulate because right now.
we get around this music somehow. I'm gonna walk fast, okay?
Okay.
I'm gonna go to Figment's gift shop.
Okay. Please hold as we briskly walk. I will try to be masking over this music with some draining of monotonous voiceover work. With no, actually, it's kind of weird hearing
Otherwise, I
Epcot
can take
music.
it out later, but
It's all right. We don't know. We don't talk about Encanto. No. But what was I talking about?
I was gonna say I don't love soda like overall, but if you bring root beer into my
Yes.
house, I'm going to drink some of it.
Yes.
Very little, but I will drink some.
I mean, I like all soda anyway, but like I said, I have to regulate it because right now I'm on this huge root beer kick, and it doesn't even matter which root beer, because now I find myself like I always look for Barks root beer, but now that we've switched between A&W and Bug, I'm kind of like, hey, I'll drink it.
Barks is the best though.
Yeah. And of course,
You're right when they say Barks has bites.
Yeah.
Barks
Oh, yeah.
has bites.
especially when you get it real cold.
Yeah.
Woo-wee.
If I'm a drink and I want it to burn going down.
Other than that, I was usually drinking Pepsi, but I'm not paying like $15 for a case of Pepsi.
And he said, and that's why I don't buy it. That and donuts. Okay, that's fair.
Oh, yeah, I'm a sucker for donuts. Fortunately for me, the only donuts that I now can tolerate that's even worth my time are the donuts in Publix. We don't go to Publix very often, and when we do, we don't go towards the bakery section because I'm either going to get donuts or slices of cake. It takes every fiber of my being not to buy an entire Publix cake
To eat by himself.
to eat
let
by
me add.
myself. Yes, it's just for me. Like, it was Titan's birthday, and I'm happy that they like chocolate cake. I don't like chocolate cake. But if it was like not Titan's birthday, I would have got that $20 cake and be like, sorry kid, this is for me, not you. Happy birthday.
Woo, Publix donuts.
Yeah.
Shut the F up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we're saying.
You put that heavenly bliss in your mouth, it's a wrap. I think people just, like if you're not from Florida and you have been to a Publix when you come to Florida, did you even go?
I can't put you in shade. There isn't any. Take a step forward. Yeah.
But yeah, like if Publix ever needed a sponsor, I enjoy everything. I mean, now I'm hooked on Publix lemonade, Publix fruit punch. My brother got me on Publix fruit punch. You can't go wrong with a Publix brand anything, except for their soda. Publix soda is not good. It's cheap, but it's not good. I imagine from the way it sounds that I am somewhere by Figment looking at the upside down waterfall, it sounds like. If this is Figment, forgive me for ranting about Figment. Another thing about the overnight shifts, before the new look of EPCOT, this area had the creepiest soundtrack when it hit the nighttime. It's very circus sounding. And at the time that I worked an overnight shift here, I just got finished watching the movie, the remake of Stephen King's It. And walking around here in the dark with all the lights off and hearing the music in the background, and you're by yourself, of course, it's kind of nerve-wracking. And then I stumbled across, as I said, I like to explore during the appropriate times of my shift. And one day I opened up a door somewhere around Figment, and there was a boiler room, and it gave me some Freddy Krueger vibes. And it was very dimly lit, but it goes a little farther down. So like you'd have to walk at least 20 steps away from the door before you actually got into the boiler room. And then there's like a corner that I did not dare venture into. Because, I mean, hey, I'm not scared of anything, but I'm not going to play around with anything either. Lots of intimidating things for EPCOT at night. But it's also cool because you get to see how they make the magic at night between taking care of the plants, pest control, how they do things for pest control that is just all natural. I will say this, there aren't a lot of traps. I'd say there's not any traps, but there aren't as many traps as I thought there would be for EPCOT. They have a lot of natural repellents.
I want to add this real quick. My truck says, I live in a community where there's a Publix attached to the entrance of the community.
I need to know where that... I want.
No,
I don't,
you don't want to know.
No.
I bet you regret that, don't you?
I mean, like...
That was not a good idea.
I mean, it definitely wouldn't be for me. Remember, there was at one point, I wanted to pick a house that was next to... we were looking at the house in Claremont years ago, and there's a Pisano's. It was right across the road. I'm like, yeah, that wouldn't be a good idea. And even now, where we are now, it's like, okay, wait a minute. You're telling me there's like 3 Miller's Ale houses within 20 minutes of us? Like 4 Publix? And all the chicken places in the world? I swear they just added another chicken place on 192. I would say there's probably 6 places where you could just get just chicken tenders.
We were just talking about that yesterday. No Chinese food, but 6 places for chicken.
Yeah, closest Chinese food place is apparently in Claremont, and I think there's one in Davenport. But between that space, there's about 5 or 6 chicken tender places. What else do they add over there? I know there's another burger joint somewhere. Oh yeah, because the other Publix that we don't go to anymore added that chicken wing station where they just have all the chicken wings out, and you just it was like $20 just for a certain pound or something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
But it was like a nice pound of chicken wings though.
Yeah. He said boiler room, nightmare fuel.
Yes.
I have a nightmare. I had a boiler in my childhood home up north. I took a wrong turn in a Disney hotel. Sorry. I need glasses. In a Disney hotel while taking the staircase. I ended up in the darkest pipe-filled area. Creepy.
Yeah.
Pretty sure I heard a Mickey voice whispering my name.
That's what I was saying when I was talking about the overnights at Figment. That's where I got to the boiler room, because I found the boiler room for Figment, and it was a dimly lit room, but and of course I want to be curious, but once you close the door, first of all, it's a heavy door, and then you have to walk at least 20-30 feet before you actually get to the boiler area. So then I got to the boiler, and then it's like I could tell you have to turn the corner to go anywhere else. But then I'm like, by the time I got to the boiler area, I look back, I'm like, if something comes around this corner and starts chasing me, that's a long run back to the door.
Boiler rooms are definitely what nightmares are made of.
Yeah, that's why Freddy Krueger loved them.
Yeah.
And then I was saying how the music at Figment was very circusy, and I had just got finished watching one of the Stephen King It movies, and so all of a sudden, I'm in this dark corner trying to hose it down, and then because my mind's playing tricks on me, I just hear, "Hello, Georgie." I'm like, yeah, I'm out. That place is going to be dirty for the evening. I'll come back at 7 in the morning. I clock out at 6:55. I'll be back at 7 in the morning to clean that. I could definitely definitely say some fun facts about working those overnight shifts, though. Nemo. Oh, we're entering in. And swing around. Right there. Alright. Soak in some AC for a little bit for the sake of electronics. I don't mind the heat. I actually embrace it. If you were ever to see me in the park, don't ever think that I look uncomfortable. I am in all my glory as the temperature starts to rise. Unfortunately, technology doesn't like overheating, which is why a lot of vloggers, I would say, will probably be early morning, which is what we should be, or late afternoon into the evening, which is what we can't do. Only for the sake of, our kids got stuff to do after school, showers. They also have dedicated electronic time right before bed, and they're not giving that up. That's what I say too. It's kind of good too that our kids are so used to going to the theme parks that it's not that big of a deal for them to not go. So we do enjoy going while they're in school, and it also gives us plenty of time to do so. Especially, like I said, their school is literally like 10 minutes away from Disney property. There's so many things that are within close proximity, but we drop the kids off, go straight to a park. Oops, sorry. I just saw the back of Jenny's head for like 2.6 seconds.
Gotta stop doing that.
Sorry.
Might be a lot of gray hair back there I don't know about.
That's all right.
Actually, I do know about.
The people are there for it. This is the real channel. When keeping it real.
It's not my real hair color.
No.
Well, I mean, it kind of is. It used to be.
It used to be. It's gonna be.
It's gonna be.
I'm a blonde.
In every sense of the word.
I also have an idea for the seas with Nemo. I know a lot of people probably won't like it, but I think it's time to give the aquarium a rest. I don't think it's the same as it was. I think it's because, like I said, it's not the same as it was before when it was just an aquarium ride, which is something that I don't think there's even a video out there of the original Living Seas attraction.
See how many steps we've done. I'm tired.
What time is it now?
I gotta stop saying that though.
Huh. I'm surprised Fast Pass hasn't joined us today. This is usually his favorite time of the year. Or favorite time of the week. The Beverly Challenge. I think we should just oh, hello. I think we should just disqualify it.
14-2 is what we've done today.
Oh, well, yeah, that's a lot still. And
Can you turn it to the side? I want to look at your face.
all right.
Dude, I think you would have that one.
Oh, good.
Of course. Have a great day.
Likewise.
Okay.
All right. This also might be copyrighted. I'm not sure though. It's not the actual song, but we'll try to breeze through this area with some aimless talking in the background to try to attempt to cover up the music that may or not be copywritten for YouTube streaming services and abilities and all that good stuff in between. I think it might be safe to say that I'm really surprised that they didn't actually build a Moana attraction.
Well, I mean, this is the Moana attraction.
Well, yeah, but I'm like a real attraction, like something that the kids would like to ride.
Yeah. There are some. What you were talking about earlier. It was more impressive when it was just the world's largest aquarium. I think the addition of Nemo was watered down in any remaining respect to it.
Yeah, because I remember, so like when you were going on this one corridor and there was an aquarium on both sides, instead of it facing you in one direction now. So I feel as if it just covered up a lot of the aquarium windows with the animatronics that they put in. It's just kind of like a, I don't want to say this, but yeah, it's like a lazy attraction. I know like a lot of people love the Three Caballeros, but again, I feel as if that's kind of like a lazy attraction. And I get it, it's not a lot of space to work with, but I feel as if it's like a Mexican version of It's a Small World with a bunch of computers, with a bunch of screens attached to it.
Now, you said we would be wrapping this up between 12:50 and 1?
Yeah, like because we get the tally and do the Beverly, if we even make it. And then if we still want to do the chat, I don't know.
Okay, yeah, that sounds good.
Because I know if you still want to do the chat in the car or just...
Well, we can do it at the front of this park.
Okay.
It's more aesthetic than some of the other... They have the shade.
Yeah. Well, I just wasn't sure because it's like, we usually prop up the camera in the car, but if it's being so hot in there...
Yeah.
What time is it now?
12:20.
Oh, okay. We would also stop at Joffrey's cart. Get a nice cup of ice water.
A cup of dishwater?
Yeah, cup of dish water. I think it's definitely too. If we're going over to Guardians, probably want to put me away from Guardians, because same times they have that specific music.
You got the other one?
Yeah. All right, perfect. Yeah, I was not a huge fan of the Nemo or living. What is it called? What's the official name? The Seas with Nemo and Friends, I think is what it's called. Oh, that was quick. Yeah, but no, I wasn't a huge fan of the layover. I liked it because it was something different, but I didn't like it because you might as well just change everything around. And now I feel as the aquariums now, they just look so sad, especially when you go to other places that actually like have a lot of detail for the animals.
He said that's another one. El Rio del Tiempo was about Mexican culture. Now it's about three birds.
Yeah.
And he said, I'm as salty about new EPCOT as the water in the living seas.
Yeah. I completely
Can I see the
understand
screen on that just a second? You have 9 likes so far.
Ooh, okay. It is.
Okay, so if I'm going to go over... Where do you want to stay if I'm going to hit Guardians and Mission? What point can you...
Like, I could just chill. Does Mission Space have any...
There's no shade.
Oh. Let me think. Hold on. Where are we at right now?
Through the breezeway.
Can I just chill at the edge of the breezeway?
Sometimes you lose connection there. Restrooms.
I mean, I figure I probably lose connection being in the breezeway, but if I'm on the edge of the breezeway, I should still be good. Sorry about all the people and probably the back of Jenny said. You know you liked it.
What?
Nothing.
I don't know what you said.
That's all right.
Okay, this is the
End of it?
yeah. That's the end of the shade. You think you'll be
But
alright?
yeah, as long as I'm not directly undercover, right? Just kind of like,
You're at the edge of it.
okay, that's perfect. And then you'll be able to see if it's out. Okay. But yeah, I completely agree. I mean, if anything, I do like old EPCOT. I never actually remember the name of the original Grand Fiesta Tour beforehand. But yeah, it was kind of like when they changed it to Three Caballeros. That was even before they even added the animatronics at the end. I was just kind of like, oh, I thought you guys were going to do something spectacular, you know, because that's, I mean, you know, all this cultural stuff it's very, to me, it's very important for EPCOT. But then you kind of like, excuse the language, but you kind of half-ass it and not give us a full like spectacle of it. Like I mean, I just feel as if you could have gave it at least a third of the attempt that you gave for Small World, and actually put it in the Grand Fiesta Tour with a lot of actual natural moving animatronics. Especially with, as, you know, I would say as fluent as the Three Caballeros animatronic has been, especially being the fact that it was reintroduced from, I think, I think it was in Tokyo for all these years. Because it was part of Mickey's, what was it called? Mickey's Musical Review. But yeah, and then of course, like, I was also disappointed because now with movies like Coco, I was surprised they didn't put a lot of Coco references in there. But I guess maybe they knew what they were doing with Animal Kingdom well before any refurbs with Mexico. Maybe they'll be saving Coco and of course Encanto for the new Tropical Americas opening up in Animal Kingdom, which again I'm probably most excited for that more than anything, surprisingly enough, only because I'm the type of person, I don't want to get over anxious for things because then that loses the appeal. That was my biggest problem with Animal Kingdom in 98 and Islands of Adventure in 99. I was expecting so many great things, and then when I got there, not that it was bad, it's just that it was not what I was expecting. So I was, you know, I was underwhelmed, if that's the word I want to use. So I'm trying not to get too excited for a lot of things coming to Disney and Universal now, only for the sake of just having that sheer love for it, just because it is what it is, and not overthinking it. Like, oh, I want to do this I want this to be the Indiana Jones ride, when I really just want Indiana Jones from California. Just a different version with the same, everything the same, just a different storyline. And I think they'll do a great job with that one. But yeah, definitely old school EPCOT. One other thing I was going to say too, when I did the overnights, I had to clean an area. Basically, I had to sweep an area. They didn't want any pressure washing over there. I had to sweep an area that was next to a manager's office. And at that point, I didn't know all the rules, but I went into the manager's office to find a bathroom. And they had nothing like, you know, crazy, but old remnants of the kitchen cabaret that used to be in the Land Pavilion. And little nods to that. And I was looking at them just like, oh my gosh, I remember that. Like, I forgot all about it. The thing about backstage EPCOT, there's a lot of spaces at EPCOT that are very, like, EPCOT always makes me feel like I'm in a late 70s, early 80s, like, time warp. And I went into an office one time, and literally the furniture just reminds me of mid-century modern, like, to this very day. And for some reason, I just got a kick out of that. And that's why I love standing outside of the Land Pavilion, because they actually still play that old timey. It almost sounds like it almost sounds like an old sitcom when I stand in front of the Land Pavilion. And even though it does get drowned out by the newer music, which I'm not gonna say I entirely like, I would appreciate it more if I didn't know what the old music sounded like. And like, I love the Encanto show. I just don't think that it should have been here in Epcot at the World Celebration. I would expect they would be moving this over to Animal Kingdom soon, much like how they moved when Moana used to be Animal Kingdom and now she's over here. I just expect Encanto will be going over to Animal Kingdom once they finish their setup. And I'm actually wondering if they'll be getting rid of the Nemo show and just putting like a huge like Tropical America, South America, Central America, Caribbean style show in that building, showcasing music from Coco, music from Encanto. What other movie? There was another movie that we got quizzed on, that there's another reference to Hispanic culture. And now for the life of me, I can't think of what it was, but I mean, I will hate to see the dinosaurs go away. And we'll probably save that. We'll probably save more of that discussion for our next Animal Kingdom live stream. Not really exactly sure when that'll be, because Animal Kingdom just doesn't have a lot to do for the sake of a 3 or 4 hour live stream. Especially getting there first thing in the morning, you could pretty much be done with Animal Kingdom by noon. And I hate to say that because I want people to take a lot of time going to Animal Kingdom. But because we go so often, it's really like, okay, let's do this, and we're out. I mean, I can't even tell you the last time we've done Flights of Passage or Navi River Journey. And I actually know about 3 or 4 cast members over there. Yeah, it's just not, I don't even want to go over there. We did have a nice footage of the Kilimanjaro safaris that we should have coming up sometime in the future. Not exactly sure when. And of course, I do want to go back there soon because, I mean, I know we still have the rest of the year, but Dinosaur, I think they should revert Dinosaur back to Countdown to Extinction just to give the fans a final goodbye. To see leave the way it came in. I would even love if they did like a short, like 3-month deal with McDonald's just to have it sponsored again. Bring back the McDonald's fries, the Restaurantosaurus, before they close it, which I would expect. Typically, a large refurb, or not even a refurb, a remodel like that. If you think of how long or how short it took them to redo the backlot tour to Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, that was roughly, they closed that in mid 2016, and it was open by what was that, early 2019? I'd say about May 2019. So the bulk of the construction was done in probably about 18 months. Because I remember, let's see, it closed in 16, so all of 17 was taking out the rest of the backlot. Most of that got converted, so because they opened up Toy Story Land in 2018, and I know that was a separate section, but still. And then Batu opened up in the early part of 19 because I started working at studios the summer of 2019, and they had already had cast member previews. So given the fact that that is just about under 2 years when they actually started construction on Batu in itself. So I would think that Animal Kingdom's construction should be done. They'll be working on 2026. It's not a complete demolish. So I would imagine there's just going to be switch out the old with the new, do some updates to the technology part of it. I'd probably say they could be open by 2027. And that'll be just in time for, what's the next project they're doing? I don't know what they're going to do first. If they're going to do, I think Muppets is closing. That is going to be next month, I think. So by the time Monstropolis is done, Animal Kingdom will be done with theirs. And then after that, it's going to be Cars and Villains. And I still think that Universal is going to relinquish Marvel once Epic really gets its foot in the door. And then once they figure out what they're going to do with the Simpsons area as well, I think shortly after the Simpsons area gets remodeled, if they do, I wouldn't be surprised if they announce that they're going to part ways with Marvel.
Okay, let me read you what Right Track said.
Go ahead.
He said earlier, I'd rather see Coco in there than the Three Caballeros. Makes more sense the ride ending with a concert from the kid.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
for sure. And he said, yep, same with Universal. These backstages are living in the past.
Yes. Yeah. And it's just a shame too, because like I said in an earlier video, like I grew up with the different Universal Studios, and I think that you would enjoy Universal the way I had it than the way it is now.
Yeah. Do you know how many subscribers we had before the video started, so you know?
Yeah, I know exactly. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
How many we got now?
How do I see? I don't know. What's
Oh.
clicking off? Let me click off this real quick and let me see. Well, 1.08. Do I need to go to studio to know?
Oh yeah. If not, don't worry about it then.
1,085.
Okay.
We do have 10 likes though.
Oh, okay. All right. So far, so good. We have what? What time is it now?
12:34.
All right. So we got one.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead. I was like, we got one cup of Beverly so far.
I don't know what you want to do for the next 15 minutes. There's no shade.
Well, do you have any other spots around here you can go check out real quick?
No, I
No?
hit them all up here on the front side, except for the very, very front of the park.
Oh. Okay. Well, then let's do this then. We'll go ahead and honor the Beverly now.
Okay.
Since it's
I'm
only
gonna go get it.
10
Yeah,
minutes.
because you're not gonna get 10 more in the next 15 minutes.
Okay.
So I'll be
Well,
right back.
you never know though. All right. So we're gonna cut the Beverly. I think we're still gonna chat. We still got quite some time before we have to actually end the stream. She just wants to get a few more pin spots in, but that's gonna be up towards the front of the park. So we're gonna do the Beverly challenge. We're gonna do the Beverly now. We have at least one cup. That's good enough for me. I'll probably have to redo some of the achievements because I think we only got 2 new subscribers. So not quite enough for the Beverly. I'm actually pleased because I said every 5 new subscribers is 1 cup of Beverly. We got 2. I'd like to thank the people that did subscribe today. I think she's gonna go get the Beverly. I'm so happy I only have to do 1. What was I rambling about? It's either between Universal or Disney. But no, I mean, if I was a betting man, because when I worked at the Magic Kingdom the first time around, back in 2000, when I got to Pirates, I actually was able to befriend a lot of people that were more than just what I did. And it really started when I worked in Chantilly Belle because I got to know one of the lead maintenance guys in the area that was just telling me all different types of stuff that was just, again, like I said, I'm very interested in things that I can't do. Was that it? What have I been doing?
Right here.
Oh, okay.
Can I unplug the gimbals or no? I'll just take this.
Yeah. All right, let's do this real quick.
Hold on a second.
You know what's really stupid about Beverly? It doesn't have a smell.
Oh.
Like, I mean, it does. Oh, yeah, it does. It smells like a tonic water.
Hold on. Oh, Fast Pass is here. Oh, you made it just in time.
Yeah, I only got one cup though, so.
Yeah, he only has one. Likes, yeah. You leaving early today? Yeah, about 1:30 or between 1:30 and 2.
We'll probably start our chit chat here in a minute.
Yeah. All right, hold on. Let me back up. All right. You make the same faces every time. It's the same reaction every time. The same face before you drink it. I'll be right back. Hold on, let me throw this away. The same face before he drinks it and the same face after. It's your idea to do it every time.
I think the only time I'm gonna regret it is when people actually start showing up.
Yeah, you'll have to stop doing that.
Well, when we get to a good amount of number, then I will.
All right, do you want to start walking towards the front?
Yeah. Did you say you gotta check out those pin spots?
Yeah.
How far in the front is it? Because I was saying I could just sit at the benches and aimlessly talk. Oh, God.
I'm just gonna hit the camera store and the store across from it.
Okay. I just stop at Joffrey's at the parking lot. Get some ice waters.
There's still water in that bottle.
Is it ice cold though? I don't know if it's ice cold.
Yeah, it is. The water's, it's still frozen.
Oh, okay. Oh, man.
Frozen.
It's funny, you say that I make the same faces. It's because it's still the same disgusting taste. And it's like, I know it's going to taste bad. And I know it's going to get stuck in the back of my tongue.
Yep. In the back of your throat.
Back of my throat.
Yep.
And it's going to sit there. Oh, my God. Oh.
I just feel like every day you should thank Ride Tracks for that. I mean, Fast Pass for that.
I mean,
yeah, they do gang up on you.
They show up. I mean, hell, I'm still, what was it? The first time we did the Beverly Challenge, and it was, who's the guy that showed up? Gomer Pyle.
Gomer Pyle. That's hilarious. I can't believe Fast Pass got here right in time. His ears must have been ringing. He's like, I sense some Beverly.
I did say his name too. I was shocked he wasn't here already.
I know.
Oh gosh. I don't even know why anybody would even really enjoy that. Disney only kept it around because it's just the worst thing ever.
Yeah, because it gets people to talking.
Yeah. Jeez. God, that's disgusting.
You have to start leaving some mints or candy in the bag.
Chewing tobacco. Probably not here though.
Wow.
Wind tunnel. Actually, if you want it, isn't there a bench right up here to the right going towards the shoulder part? Shoulder?
Nope.
No? Oh, I took them out.
All right, here you go. I'll take the thing out of my pocket.
Okay. Ooh.
He said there should be a resort pool full of Beverly.
Oh my gosh. No one would swim in that. That'd be that one pool. You know, like kids always coming up from underwater, coughing up a lung because they swallow too much water. That's the pool that would be covered in vomit. Because if those same kids taking that much chlorine, they'll be puking that stuff up in no time. That pool will be closed every day for protein spills, as we like to call it here at Disney. Oh gosh, that's awful. I mean, I know I say this all the time. I always try to describe Beverly to people who don't know what Beverly tastes like or is. It's awful. I mean, like I said, I don't enjoy it at all. I enjoy the challenge of getting people to watch me suffer. I'll do that all day. I'll probably put like an end game to it though. Like, okay, once we get up there in our popularity in a sense, and we'll get at least 40, 50 likes on the video, I'll be like, okay, guys, take it easy. Like the 5 subscribers to me, that's pushing it because sometimes we're not streaming long enough to get 5. We got 2 today, so once again, thanks to you for the 2 that subscribed and obviously liked today's video without maybe even knowing that we were doing a Beverly challenge. But yeah, it's not a good drink at all. If anybody that's had it, it's not a good drink. And the fact that Disney keeps around is because they know it's not a good drink. And they, just like she said, they like the fact that it's a talking point for that particular area. But if I had to describe it, I will say the consistency of it is always this. The number one taste that you will get out of Beverly is vomit. After that, it just depends on like how it hits your taste buds. Because there was one time it tastes like vomit, but also like if someone, like I said, brushed their teeth and spit the toothpaste in your mouth. Then the other day it tastes like vomit, but like with those old original pink bubblegum gumballs. But the consistency, it's always a vomit. It's always vomit. Like right now, I would say this tastes, what's that stuff that they put down on vomit? Like that cedar, that tastes like it smells. Like whatever smell that you smell, that's what I taste right now, if that even makes sense.
Look to the right, please.
Look to the right.
Can I go get your pen?
But, I think you said Goofy will be back after 140. I took that the wrong way. I'm like, Goofy drinks 40s? I didn't know that. I didn't know they made 40s anymore. What do you say? As long as it's got what?
The copyright Disney.
The Disney on it? Yeah, that's what I was going to say too. But again, some pins are so small, like, how would you put it on there? There was like a couple pins I've seen or felt, they were like super skinny. I'm like, you can get a copyright on the back of that.
Fast Pass said sawdust.
Yes.
On the right track said, yes, that's it. Old
Yes.
pink flavoring. You just brought it back to my memory.
Yes.
I mean, that's
See?
kind of true.
That's the traumatizing.
Okay.
You haven't had it in years and you know exactly.
Is it like gross, what's the pink stuff you drink for a bellyache? Is it gross?
Pepto?
Is it gross Pepto?
Worse, yes.
Is it like Dollar Tree
again,
Pepto?
always going to go back to this. Anything you can think of, add vomit to it.
No.
So
No, thank you.
Pepto-Bismol, vomit.
No, thank you.
like I said the first time, it was like if you were just someone brushing their teeth with some Crest, or no, even worse, Arm & Hammer baking soda toothpaste. You know, that bland toothpaste? And then they just backwash it into your mouth.
No.
That's Beverly.
Also, no, thank you.
Yeah. Chewed up bubblegum. Like, go to an old movie theater, reach underneath your seat, pull out some of that chewed up gum, stick that in your mouth. Add some vomit to that. That's what Beverly tastes like. And yes, sawdust. Whatever sawdust smells like is exactly what Beverly tastes like.
I'm sorry, I had to text somebody back real
Yeah,
quick.
go ahead. But yeah, I mean, it's no lie. And I mean, I love the rib on... rib? What am I, a wrestler? I love the joke that I enjoy it. No. Nobody on the face of this planet enjoys Beverly. If anybody says they enjoy Beverly, they are lying. That is awful. I don't even know what country Beverly was supposed to originate from. I know it used to say it over the beverages. I don't know if it still does it. I want to say it was Israel or Greece. But yeah, there's no way that they enjoy that. That is a horrible, horrible flavor. But like I said though, we did pretty good last week. We were a little longer last week, so that probably helped as well. But 10 isn't that bad. Not for a short stream. Got a lot of good pins to trade. Like I said, still clearing out some of our old collections, some of the pins that we've had for, I mean, the past 10, 11 years when we first started.
Well, you had pins and I had pins.
But I think that, I don't think I had...
And then we got weed pins.
But I don't think I had that many pins. Well, maybe I did. Yeah. And plus, I would automatically like kind of accidentally have some that I didn't trade. Because I had the pouch, but I didn't necessarily trade all the time with the pouch. And then they would always just give me more. They would always just give me more pins.
Yeah.
And of course, I didn't know anything about. I mean, I knew about pin trading, but I didn't think it was going to be. It wasn't anything big back then. Well, it was to some people, but not like it is now. Like people are lining up to get to the pins. I'm convinced that line earlier. But I'm pretty convinced that line that was over there by the strollers, they probably had a pin board over there. That's why people were lining up for it. There's no way there was that many people getting strollers and wheelchairs. Fun fact about where we are right now, if I'm not mistaken, I know we're close to the front of the park. Now, where I'm sitting right now, I think that if I remember correctly, just behind me in the backstage area is just a large locker room. And I think there's a bus pickup and drop off for cast members there. It kind of amazes me, like the photogenic memory that I have. Yeah.
Is baseball practice at 5:30?
5:30, yeah. The photogenic memory I have to just go by memory on everything that I can remember when I've been in the park. Because, I mean, I lost my vision completely about 2021, 2022 era. So you factor in, I never saw Moana, never saw Ratatouille, never saw Tron, never saw Guardians, anything after 2021 I never physically saw. But I can place where it is and go by memory of what it used to be in some places, in some spots. This is the section Old School EPCOT, which isn't even really old school. If anybody remembers, for the previous 20 years, they had those huge monuments that sat in front of Spaceship Earth that were part of that Leave a Legacy idea that they had, where you could just pay to have an imprint of your family's pictures or their names. And it was supposed to be lasting forever on Disney property until they got rid of it. Same thing for the bricks that used to line the outer area of Seven Seas Lagoon going towards the Magic Kingdom. They were all specific nameplates for people in the year that they visited. And they were like, oh, you'll be part of Disney forever. And 20 years later, erased. I think a lot of people like this style of Epcot better than the other style of Epcot, especially for the amount of people that come through these gates now with the popularity of the festivals and the concerts that they have for the Flower Garden and Food and Wine Festival. Epcot's definitely got a surge of popularity with the handful of attractions that they've added over the past 10 years or so. And I really wish they would just kind of add some more and update some more, like we said earlier. Let's do something different with Nemo. If anything, just get rid of the aquariums altogether, because like I said, last time I remember, I think they just recently got rid of the manatees, because it was kind of sad. Like, they were just swimming circles, and there's nothing for them to interact with or anything. You know, versus going to like a place like SeaWorld, where they have like rock structures that the dolphins can swim through, and like simulating their natural habitat rather than just putting them in a tank of water. Fun fact, I was, again, back to the overnight shift, I was taking my break on the overnight shift at the Nemo area, and I was running into a guy who just happened to be doing like a walk through the area, just make sure all the animals were in good care. And, you know, got into a conversation with him, and he showed me a backstage spot that he said they were anticipating trying to house a certain number of sharks. But there was something he said that they couldn't do it because they couldn't get I think it had something to do with the salt level. They couldn't get it the right way for those particular breeds of sharks that they were trying to get. So I thought that was very interesting. And again, he showed me backstage areas that are just, I mean, Epcot's already a big park, but when you go to backstage areas that you just don't get to see, it's even bigger than what you thought. But I'd like to see them do something different with Mission Space. Maybe give an actual attraction that everybody can ride. I would actually love for them, I've had this idea ever since I was little. Well, I wouldn't say little, I would say late teenager. If you remember the attraction Alien Encounter at the Magic Kingdom, I always thought it would be great to have like a action version of that ride put over there at Mission Space. Same storyline and everything, except now you're being transported to a different planet using a ride vehicle that bounces you through dangerous terrain.
Okay. I'm so sorry. I fell behind on all of this.
Oh, sorry. Catching up with the chat.
Let's see.
I was just rambling.
Fastpass said, while Charles was drinking Beverly, I was getting my WrestleMania tickets. He's so mean to you. Right says, but people pay for that. Oh, the Beverly. Beverly is huge in Italy.
Really?
Were you asking where it was?
Yeah.
I said Italy.
Yeah.
Epcot, Galaxy Hero, hello.
Hey.
I hope you're still here. Sorry, I fell behind on these.
Sorry, she's conducting other business at the same time.
Let's see, FastPass. Thank you. Glad you liked it. Oh, he likes his radio station. Right Track says hideous. They were hideous. What was hideous? And then Right Track says those monoliths felt like I was navigating through a creep tomb to get to Spaceship Earth.
Yes. Yeah. And so imagine this too with the monoliths. That's what they were called. So the overnight shift. So Epcot, if you break it down this way, if you were to look at Spaceship Earth face on, Epcot is split down the middle for the cleaning crew. So one section, one person does this section, the other person does the other section. And I was the one person that would always be tasked to do all of the front of Spaceship Earth. So I had to cover two spaces at the same time because I was the only one that would walk up and down with the hose through the monoliths. Because it's very time consuming. You have to unplug and reconnect in another spot. And no one would do it right at the monoliths. But I just took a joy in doing that. And then I also had the task of cleaning the front gate area and the monorail station as part of that as well. I think they liked me. Well, I would say most of the managers, they liked me. that's why they kept giving me, the tasks that no one else would do. But then I had one guy, he was a stickler. And yeah, me and him did not get along. Well, that's a side note. Oh, but yes, WrestleMania this weekend. Fast pass. I can't even think. That's how, like, discombobulated I am with you rubbing in all of your stuff. But yeah, I mean, I couldn't imagine going to WrestleMania. I'm actually mad because, so, I was in Detroit when WrestleMania was in Detroit. Let's say this. I've been in the same vicinity of WrestleMania for at least 4 or 5 WrestleManias because I was in Detroit when it was in Detroit, obviously. And I've been here for the entire WrestleManias that have been in Florida. When it was in Orlando, when it was in Miami, and technically the 2 in Tampa. Because the 1 year in Tampa was the COVID, and that's when they had it at the, used to be called Amway Arena. That's in downtown Orlando. Then they brought it back to Tampa when they could have the actual WrestleMania. I'm just like, I've missed at least 4 or 5 WrestleManias, and that's my own fault for just not buying the ticket. It's not like I couldn't have bought the tickets, I just didn't buy them. Especially the one, was that in Florida? The one where Sting had his one WrestleMania match. I kind of could, was that in Florida? I don't even know if that was in Florida. But I could just kick myself for never going to a WrestleMania. And the one in Detroit, me and my best friend, we actually went downtown for that weekend, for the weekend events, but never went to the event. I just remember because he bought a t-shirt and I was tempted to buy a championship belt and I just never did it. I was always the person like, I'll go there one day. And here I am now. I'm not going to any WrestleManias. I would love to take the kids because Titan does enjoy wrestling sometimes. Calypso gets into it when I watch it, but she's not going to watch it on her own. She does like some of the girls when they come out. She's a big fan of Bianca Belair. And Titan, he just likes all the ladies. Especially, who's the little one that Titan likes? The wrestler?
The girl?
Yeah, the one he really, really likes. But she hasn't been there in a while. Yes, Alexa Bliss. Yeah. Yeah, he likes him some little Miss Bliss. Actually, you know what? I'm surprised that there were tickets available it's Saturday. Whoa. She'll catch me up in the comments. Which day are you going? Are you going Saturday or Sundays? Or are you going to both? Because I don't know how it would feel if you were just picking up tickets for both nights.
He said just Saturday, got to get back for Easter Sunday.
Okay. So you got. Well, yeah. It's kind of hard too because you're gonna be able to see, of course, CM Punk, Roman Reigns, and Seth Rollins. But then it's like, oh man, I just can't wait to see what John Cena's match is gonna do. Like, is The Rock gonna come out, and is it gonna be one of those things where John Cena's gonna be like heel for like that day, and then he'll turn back babyface and then retire in the sunset? Or are they gonna keep him heel so he can work against CM Punk, Randy Orton? Who else could they bring back? I mean, he's got to have some good matches too. I know the Miz. He's supposed to work a segment with the Miz. I think they said somewhere around. I think it's like summer. No, it's not going to be a big pay-per-view. It's supposed to be like one of those smaller pay-per-views that, it's a pay-per-view, but not like a major one. kind of interesting for John Cena to wrestle everybody that he's had a huge feud with back in the day. Let's see JBL step in the ring again. What? Who did what?
Oh my God. Paul died last night.
Who?
Brandy's husband, Paul. He died. I know he died this morning between 3 and 4. The coroner said time of death would have been between 3 and 4. I think he had a heart attack and died.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Wow. Hold on, I'm gonna.
Jessica said we should have a big head of my son.
How's the battery on this? How's the battery on this?
The gimbal? It's
Yeah,
full?
it's full. Okay, I'm gonna try to unplug this and put this in my phone.
Okay.
Actually, can you hold it?
Yep.
Or actually, would you be better off doing that?
Oh, yeah. Did you tell FastPass we're important people now that we have fuel rods?
Oh no, I did not. Yeah,
We're living big time
we
now.
stepped our game up. We actually upgraded. She found a pack of official fuel rods on Amazon. We actually got the, what was it called? The business pack or the? It was.
I don't know, did it have a name?
Yeah, you said it had a name to it because it was like the 2-pack was something, but then the business pack was like $55, something like that. You got 3 of them.
Right tracks. Welcome to the world of tomorrow.
Yes.
FastPass real fuel rods. What?
Yeah, we got name. Hold on. Yeah. Hold on. I got one in my pocket. Let me know if it shows up in film.
Where?
Check out that baby.
No, you didn't get it. You're not in the picture.
Where am I here?
Up. There we go.
Yeah, check out that. Yeah. Look at that.
Wow.
Stepping up in the world.
We made it big time now, guys.
It looks like a big battery.
We are big time now.
Yeah. Spared no expense.
We're going to be a household name.
Well, shoot. Some of the people that we trade with, they recognize us right off the bat. Hey.
Right track says Dis Future.
There you go. Have to change the channel to Back to the Dis Future.
Did you swap them already? No, not yet.
No.
It's our first time using them.
Well, really, too, because this wasn't going to be a long day. So I really wanted them for the sake of longer, like if we ever do another 4 or 5 hour live stream, because the ones that we had just aren't great. But we haven't had to exchange this one. This one actually, I don't even know how much juice is left in this one. Because it's still the first one. Does it say on there?
You have 2 lights.
Okay, so yeah. So it's definitely got some longevity to it because I haven't had this. This is the first one that we're still using. The other 2 in my pocket are still fully charged. So that's a good sign. I just want to get at least enough. So we're using an actually good cord that we got from Apple. But we only have one. So it's either charging the gimbal and then we just switch it over to the phone. But if all goes well, especially if I'm holding it most of the time, which I'm sorry for if anyone got any bad views or more shots of people's heads and backsides. But like I can carry all the batteries in my pocket with the cords long enough to fit in. And I can actually, even though I can't see like the comments, she fills me in with something, I can carry a conversation with myself. Exactly. It's like, what? Yeah. Story of my life.
Look at you stepping it up.
Yeah, stepping up pretty.
I
Hey,
know.
we got new phones. We got fuel rods. Now who knows? We might update the gimbal.
What?
I mean, no, I'm just saying because in case there's a better gimbal out there, because this one likes to tweak
Well,
out
I know
on us.
there's a better one.
Well, yeah, I mean,
We have a Vivitar.
Yeah, we got the basic. Well, yeah, they said it's a great starter gimbal.
Yeah.
Compared to what other people have. Pretty soon we're gonna have top of the line technology from 5 years ago. And I think what I want to do too is, like, I do enjoy the YouTube because I haven't fiddled around with Prism yet. I really don't want to do too much because, like, I'd hate to put a live stream out of just us looking like idiots trying to figure out our technology. But I feel as if I have to do that because I want to be able to stream on YouTube and Facebook at the same time. And the last time we tried that is when we had the audio issues where nobody could hear us on our YouTube stream. And that's primarily what we were watching the replay on. And so I never even got to see if it even showed up on Facebook at all, if it even was compatible with Facebook. So, and then we switched back to using the YouTube for now because for some reason we cannot schedule the YouTubes and then be able to connect to the schedule. So that it always seems like we're live, and then there's also the schedule live that you can click on as well. So it's almost as if like, hey, you know, we made a schedule live, but then we made a separate live, so forget that.
Oh,
Sorry.
FastPass said, look out, fun to be free.
Yeah, I wish. I mean,
He has more time
well,
than we do.
I mean, he's killing it because he's out there able to go every day at 2:00, and he's got all the technology that he can.
You must have
you
said
know.
the YouTubes again.
Yeah, I'm always gonna say that. The YouTubes,
The YouTubes.
the Google, on Al Gore's internet.
Yeah, it does help. And I mean, I was just thinking this earlier. People have such higher numbers than we do, but they can get out there for longer hours.
Ooh,
What
was
happened
that?
there?
I don't know.
You may have accidentally pulled the
Oh,
cord. I think
okay.
you pulled the cord with your,
Okay, is it
your
good
arm. With your arm. You're good.
Okay.
They can do it 5 to 7 days a week. Is Fun to be Free 7 days a
I
week?
think he's 7 days a week.
I can't do it.
No,
I just don't have the time.
Well, no, but it's just the fact though too. Like he's just doing that, but then there's other people that only do it on the weekends. So I don't know how they got to that point to only do it on the weekends and still be able to pull in 400 or 500 people. And I've seen some of them. I'm not gonna say their names. I mean, I know we have a lot of dead space where sometimes we don't say anything, but I mean, some people are notorious for that.
Yeah.
And like I said, the one guy that I watch every once in a while, I mean, one, he's vulgar. He's not exciting. And then it's like watching him, like we're cast members always, no matter when. But like it's cringe to watch him act a certain way and then knowing that, God, he's probably making those cast members' lives miserable. Like he likes to pin trade, which is great. What are you doing?
Do you know your shoe is actually falling apart on the inside?
Is it?
Feel your shoe right there.
Oh.
It actually came apart.
Yeah. I never would notice that.
That's,
Sorry.
FastPass said you actually saw them. Does that mean they are ugly? You've seen them. Does that mean they're ugly?
Oh, well, they're that ugly that I saw them.
I don't know. People are pulling like. Well, here. I'm just gonna say something.
Mm-hmm.
I told you guys I was not good at this. What's going on with this hair? Well, dang.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
I wish I
told you guys I was not good at YouTube.
Nobody is good at it. They just
Yeah.
No.
I think they are good at it.
No, we've seen some
I
of them.
am not good at it.
We've seen some of them, and who's that? I'm not gonna say his name again. There's one person, like literally, you would think he's just now discovered how a phone works.
Really?
Yes. Like some of them, it's like they're just like, what am I?
Okay.
It's like I can't see, so I have that excuse. But they'll be like, what am I looking at here?
Oh, that looks fine on camera. Well, I don't know about that.
So, I don't know. I don't know if it's just about getting out there at wee hours. I mean, we're here early anyway now, and we do good when we are on at 8 or 9 in the morning. But like, I always fear that we'll get boring.
He said, "Sounds like you're describing you guys." LOL.
Yeah, see.
Wow.
But see, like,
Well,
but
listen.
that's the thing though. We're doing the same thing that other people are doing, and they're getting like 200-300 people watching at 9 o'clock in the morning, and I'm over here just like, God,
We're
can we
getting
get that?
8. We consistently have 8, 9, or 10.
And then there'll be a lot of people that come in. Like we've had a lot of good days in our 3 or 4 hour live streams. But still, it's just, it doesn't make sense how, like, I'll watch the guy who goes to Universal Studios. He'll be there for 2.5 hours, pull like 3,000 people. And I'm just like, he didn't even do anything. He literally can't do anything. It's Universal Studios.
I gotta figure out how to get up into that algorithm. We're not getting pushed up to the algorithm. And then, sadly, if we miss any time or day, then we fail again.
I'm tempted just to point the camera just at the house, just to be like just to have it on for like an hour or two, even if I'm not even doing anything spectacular. Like literally, I was actually tempted to, if I could figure it out, get on the YouTube and during WrestleMania, and just be like, I'm gonna watch WrestleMania till WrestleMania watches me.
Can you do that?
I think there is a way, as long as I don't show. Actually, it's obviously if I don't show the stream, the video, or the WrestleMania event, and if I don't have the volume all the way up.
Okay.
Because I've seen people do that with Super Bowls and other big events.
Right Track says people just find their comfort zones and stick to them. It requires continuous social media engagement at the start.
Yeah, and that's the other thing too. Like, we got the Facebook thing. I'm engaging with people on other Facebook groups, even though I can't advertise because some Facebook groups are like super strict. But it's just like, again, it's just like, you know, I can't compete when someone's already gotten their comfort zone of watching somebody else.
Yeah. And we do too.
But
we do.
And I branch out though. Like, I'm not just watching one. Like I'll go and watch Fun to Be Free, but then I'll go and see who else is out there doing something. I'll bounce around. I'll engage in most times, like with Fun to Be Free. I haven't done it recently, but I'll leave a chat every once in a while on someone's thing and get a conversation going. But it's kind of like, you know, I don't know. It's like no one. We do get a handful of people that do come by and say, you know, hey, and whatever like that, and that's great. Like we have we got Robert, we've got Galaxy, Kenneth, with
Colin once in a while.
Colin, what's the other guy's name? Who always updates us on the rides being closed? Christian.
He hasn't been here in a long time.
Okay, and then like Monique, she comes in every once in a while.
Yeah, she does. Fastbest says do a play-by-play on the wrestling thing.
That would be hilarious.
Because
I'm a blind guy doing play-by-play.
Oh,
hold on, I have to wait to see what they say. Oh, that entrance, that's amazing.
Fastbest says, you're a hidden gem.
Tell me about it. Diamond in the rough.
That's not what I call you, but that's fine.
No. I'm hidden.
Your vision is.
Yeah, or she's hitting me.
Oh, man.
I mean, realistically, I never want to like toot my own horn, but like, you know, I always get this big praise like everywhere I go, but at the same time, like, you guys are just saying that because I don't know. People just like to be nice.
Yeah.
I mean, I always feel as if I'm a joy to be around until I'm not around, and then people are just like, oh yeah. Like every once in a while, I get the love at Pirates when we see some of our people. Sometimes we get that love when we do walk around Fantasyland. But then I invite people to watch our channel, and it's like crickets.
Yeah.
I mean, I will say though, our Facebook group has grown to 101 people. I don't really know if that's good or bad because it doesn't show me who is out there. Like I'm not gonna sit there and take credit for 101 people knowing that, you know, if 50 of them are like friends and family of ours. Like that doesn't count.
Right Track says you're unique in that you have cast member stories. You could, without going too far, create a separate segment of clips with stories from your days at Disney. You're a storyteller. Lean into it online. Yeah, we've definitely talked about that. We're going to do it.
We like at first I wanted to do it because I had a on Facebook I put a post under our This Time channel, and I made it public, and I did post in a few cast member Facebook groups if they have any stories that they wouldn't mind sharing, and of course if they want to put in a comments or message. That one didn't really go anywhere because I just don't feel as if people like being cast members nowadays, but that's a sore subject all in itself. So we were undecided to do that in a video or a live stream format. Only because I feel more comfortable with a live stream, because then I don't feel like if I make a mistake, you're on live TV, buddy. You got to keep going. Whereas if we're recording it, then I'm just like, okay, let's just relay that over. And then, like we did with our last video, by the time we get to that fifth or sixth take, it's just like, hi, here we are again.
I just get to that point and I'm like, God, I'm bad at this.
But that's the best part about it.
No.
Let's think about it. You can watch a really good movie, but what's the best part of the movie sometimes? The bloopers at the end.
Yeah.
And people will stay for the bloopers. We just fortunately have, like, let's say we're on for 3 hours. We have 3 hours of bloopers. Maybe like 2 minutes of good content. And then you throw in a drink of Beverly. Ugh.
Yeah.
And as far as the Beverly, I mean, I'll be consistent with the Beverly challenge. I mean, that's one thing you could probably get out of me. I'll be consistent with coming to EPCOT and doing the Beverly challenge just because I would get a kick out of just being able, even just the one that I just had. It's a kick to be able to do that because, again, 3, 4, 5 months ago, we weren't getting anything. We would go live for like 2 or 3 hours, and it'd be like 6 people, and you were one of them. Okay, cool. Like, I know. Oh no, 6 people. You were one of them, and no likes.
Yeah,
so I didn't even bother liking my video.
Well,
like, oh, this is crap. Who is this? Oh, this is our channel. Oh, whoops.
I do want to do the cast member stories though. I think that will do really well.
Yeah, because I mean, I've been in several different spots, and I've talked to several different people. So it's like I hear stuff that's just like, wow, that's insane. I never would have thought that. Between
right
okay.
I'm sorry. Right Track said that's it. Live stream Disney cast member stories while drinking a bottle of Beverly.
No, not the Beverly. Not the house. Oh, no, I would never buy a bottle of it. Oh, can you buy Beverly here? We never even looked in there for that.
I don't know. I wouldn't think, but I don't know.
I mean, I would definitely. Yeah, I would even do this. I would buy a bottle of something, and then have a
You bought
cast
the
member.
bottle of something last night.
That's almost gone.
Oh God.
Well, no, that's the problem. Okay, I'll just say this. I'm not ashamed of it. We bought a nice sized bottle of sangria. The problem with wine is I can drink wine like it's nobody's business, and it does nothing to me. So it doesn't last long, because I'll drink an entire glass of wine and then sit there and refill it. Whereas like hard liquor, I can just take a little, like 2 shots of that, mix it in with a drink, and then I'm good. And that'll last me for a long, like that one bottle that we bought it for my birthday, and I finished it almost a month later.
Yeah.
That's a long time for liquor for me. Not to say I'm an alcoholic. I mean, I do, I can go a long time without it, but when I do have it, I do enjoy it. And it's never like, you'll never see me, I've always been described as the fun, I don't want to say drunk, but when I have a few drinks in me, it's even better. Can you believe that? I'm not an angry drunk, I'm not a violent drunk, I'm just like, oh yeah, this guy's gonna be a great time. I mean, I could even tell, I mean, like I said, I've worked Magic Kingdom, I've worked Epcot, I've worked Studios, I've worked the Disney's Vero Beach Resort, I've worked with entertainment, I've worked with food and beverage, I've worked with attractions, I've worked with overnight custodial. Even the 2 days that I worked, supposedly, at Greeter, I mean, even those 2 days, it was just like, are you serious? And thing is though too, people just automatically tell me all their stories. Like, I could be buddy-buddy with someone for 2 or 3 days, and by the 4th or 5th day, I'm guaranteed I'm probably going to be told some, very personal story about something. And I'm just like, wow, okay, cool.
Guys, I said, look how excited he got when he thought he could buy Beverly.
Oh, no, I was actually what's the word I'm looking for? Not atrocious.
Disgusted?
I mean, just astonished that there might be Beverly for sale. Hey, I mean, if we got enough support on this channel, I would. Only because I know it wouldn't happen. If we were to have like, I'll even put a super absorbent amount of people. What is it? It is April. If we were to somehow get to 2,500 subscribers by the summer, if we found I guess a bottle of Beverly to some extent, I'd do that because I know it won't happen.
Yeah.
Not to be the negative Nancy for once, but I would be shocked
Sugar.
if I would expect 2,000 people by the end of the year.
Here we go. I'll do anything for Beverly. Someone needs to go to rehab. I know that's right.
I'll do everything that's impossible for Beverly. Now, if it was gonna be if I was to love Beverly, I'd be like, I'll take a cup of Beverly every time we enter into a Disney theme park. That would make it seem like, I love Beverly. I'd be like, I'll take a drink of Beverly every time I see Guardians of the Galaxy with a 50-minute wait or above.
Wow.
That would be my love for Beverly because I know I'm going to see that. You're going to see that every single.
You're not going to see it.
Oh yeah.
All.
Oh, so now I'll never take a drink of Beverly then. But every time it's like a low wait time, I'll be like, I'll take a cup of Beverly for every 20-minute wait on Guardians of the Galaxy because that's never going to happen. But like I said, I think we got 2 subscribers today, so didn't have to do 2 cups of Beverly for that. Only had to do 1 cup for the 10 likes that we got. I know it's probably 11 now, but that 11th one doesn't count, unfortunately, because it happened after the tally. What time is it now?
1:24.
Oh. Wow, we still got a little bit of time to ramble. Can I tell that? Okay, remember that story I told you that I saw on the internet about? It was a fictional story about the land. Have I said that on the stream yet?
No.
I don't think I have.
About
the house, yeah.
Yeah, you can tell it.
Okay, so I found this hilarious.
You shouldn't have led with that though.
What?
Shouldn't have led with that.
Well, I mean, I don't want it to be. Well, I mean, I think it's better now to just because I mean, there's other stories that could be said. It's just so. I would say a couple years ago, not even, there was this. Was it a website? I think it was a website. I can't remember where I saw it or heard it at. But there was a story of this guy who worked at EPCOT, and I found this interesting because I worked at EPCOT overnight, and so he said about one day he was cleaning Living with the Land, the attraction. If you know Living with the Land attraction, if not, go watch our video. We did a POV of it. There is a section of Living with the Land where you're in like the countryside, and there's a farmhouse that everybody who's a fan with Living with the Land says they want to live in. And the story was this guy was cleaning the attraction, and he was curious to see what was in the house. So he walks into the house, and all the attractions are off. The attraction's off. There's nothing on anything. But he walks inside the house, and he continues walking in, and somehow he navigated through like this corridor, and in the corridor it was like this ominous red glow behind this door. Like it was almost like a horror movie, you would think. And I'm not gonna go too much into the story because I really can't remember much, but it was almost as if he was trying to say that there was like a underground society in Disney that used to meet up in the attraction Living with the Land in the farmhouse that everyone always wants to live in. And I found that to be such a unique story. I'm like, there's no way that could be real. That's too good. Because he was like in real detail about things that he was seeing and how he went inside one room and was like in a different part of the theme park and everything like that. And I'm just like the fact that I worked overnight, I know what he's talking about. And I know he knows what he's talking about. But it's just so crazy because like he's creating this story And I can imagine everything that he's saying in real life, even though I know it's not real. It can't be real. Or could it? And it's like I said earlier when me Ride Tracks was talking about the boiler room over there in Figment, and it's like, yeah, like if I was to tell you, like, anybody could literally probably access. It's actually a locked door, but you could imagine if I was to tell you where this door was, you could go to Figment, you could look towards the area that I would say, and you could say, hey, there's that door that he talked about, and sure enough, behind that door is the scariest boiler room, pipes and everything, and it's loud in there. I'm surprised you can't hear it from the queue. But knowing what's on the other side of the door now is just like, oh my gosh, that's insane. Same thing with which way is the camera pointed?
Towards Spaceship Earth.
Okay. If you're so right now it's pointing at Spaceship Earth. Now, I did not know this, and I'm so mad at myself for not knowing this. The very front pillar, if you can see it, that holds up Spaceship Earth is actually an elevator for when they do maintenance. And so one day they were refurbing the entire ride as I was cleaning it, and I just happened to be up front while they were bringing out these large, like, platforms out, and then the platforms were covered up with, like, a cloth. But then all of a sudden, like, when I walked past it, there were the entire scenes inside the ride. So, like, the animatronics were disconnected, and they're all connected on the platform. And they wheeled the platform on the elevator shaft, out of the elevator, right in front of the entrance. And I've walked past that entrance so many times and never thought anything about it. I just thought this just holds up Spaceship Earth. And it's literally an elevator that basically can wheel out all the animatronics out as they redid their work. And that's just another thing I was fascinated by, just coming here late at night and just seeing just random things, just like, that's not supposed to be out here. And then I'm supposed to hose down the park, but I can't hose next to this, so how? And there's nobody outside to tell me otherwise. So I'm just like, well, I'm not gonna hose the Phoenicians. Man, I wish they would put padding on these seats.
Yeah, I know. The Balaban channel? Hello, welcome.
Oh.
How are we liking EPCOT so far? EPCOT is fantastic.
Always a good time.
We love it. Fastby said that's a creepy pasta.
EPCOT's always a good time, even though, and I say this all the time, like, everyone's always trying to find something to do on their live streams, and we're just like, we don't have to do everything. I love the food. We've done the food. I think there's a couple places that we do want to try, but we still have, I think it's another month for this festival. It ends in May. Yeah. So it's not a huge rush. I think there's only like 2 or 3 items that I probably want to try. Even though I did see someone's video, they tried an item that I thought I wanted to try. I think it's the jerk chicken and something else. But there's a couple ingredients that I don't like, so I'm actually happy that someone else got it, and now I don't want to try it. I don't want to take it. But so far, definitely the oysters #1, followed by the chicken gumbo in the American Pavilion. Other than that, this festival, a lot of people loved it, but I don't think it's the same as the festivals in the past. Not to say that Disney's slacking, but I just don't think that it's been as exciting this festival as it has been in previous years. Same thing with food and wine. I think it's now just so, I don't want to say cliche, but it's just such a normal thing just to come to EPCOT for the festivals that it's not even about anything new. It's just like, that's what you do when you go to EPCOT. You go to a festival. But always a good time. We're never looking for anything to do. We just always find something good to do.
Oh, he was saying, sorry, I missed that.
Oh.
A creepypasta is a horror-related legend or story that is shared online
Oh, yeah.
via copy paste. Oh, did you already know that?
Yeah, there was
Oh, okay, I didn't know
there was a website, like, actually, because I think the website, one of the websites was called Creepypasta. I never knew what that meant, and I actually looked it up a while ago.
Disney has a lot of them. Look them up. Okay, you
Okay.
have read some
Yeah,
of them.
That's
Okay.
that's why I like the one with the land, and I was also thinking of, like, even with the one I just said with Figment. It's like, man, if I had put my creative juices out there, I could make one about that. Because I mean, like I said, if I could take people into these rooms, just a snippet, and you could just definitely see why I would have been like, yeah, Freddy Krueger's around that corner, I wouldn't go there. Like Jason Voorhees, he comes out of that water at night. I wouldn't go in there. I wouldn't go in there.
That's interesting. I didn't even know that. I've never even heard of that. Creepy pasta. Yeah, I would never know.
Like I said too, like it's like, so one last little thing. It's not a big deal. I was doing an overnight shift at EPCOT, and they told us beforehand that, so EPCOT's usually always lit up. There's always like lights on somewhere. But they told us that they were going to be doing some testing to the electrical system, so there'll be a rolling blackout throughout the park. He says you may see it, you may not see it. You know, like, it just kind of happens. And we have little lights that we have attached to our headlights that we attach to our heads so that we can work in dark places all the time. So I was hosing down the Canada Pavilion, and I just happened, and they told us what time it was going to start. So I was kind of like waiting for it to start because we didn't know where it was going to start, but we just knew there was going to be one. I happened to look over, and like, I'm in Canada, and I can see Norway on the other side, because Mexico doesn't have that many lights, but you can see like Norway, China, and everything else. And like every 2 minutes, one of the countries will go completely dark. So like Norway went dark, and then I was just like, oh wow, that's crazy, like, because you can't see it. It's like pitch black. Then China went dark. So now that entire section of the park, pitch black. Then it just kept going. Germany, Italy, America, and I'm over here in Canada, just like, oh my goodness, like it's coming this way. It's like the wave, like, you know, like you're at a sporting event and you see the wave coming, and then like you're waiting and anticipating for it to hit you so that you can do part of it. That's what it was like. I'm just holding away, and next thing you know, all the lights went out, and it was like no music, no lights, pitch, like you could not see your hand in front of your face. That's how dark it was. Now, mind you too, like, we're at EPCOT. We have stories of wildlife that are just right here all the time. Like, when they have to clean Animal Kingdom's parking lot, sometimes they have the large trucks that just have the brushes on them. But there's times where they have to literally get out and empty the trash cans that might be somewhere in the parking lot. And they would warn people to just keep your eyes open, because they have a coyote problem over there at night, because the coyotes are so used to finding things in the trash. They were very aggressive, so they had to watch out for the coyotes. And at EPCOT, we have to watch out for, because we have all the water that's in World Showcase, and then the water's in the back, because we clean the friendship boats too. We have to watch out for the gators and the bobcats. And one of the stations that I have to fill our water tanker, they will tell everybody, and it's not a lot. When you fill your water tanker up, you cannot turn your back on the bushes behind the refill station. And so I was doing my training as the guy's telling me this. And he says, yeah, just keep your eye on it, because there's like one single light over the water station. And I always thought, like, well, that's funny. Like, you can't see into the bushes, but there's this beaming light on you that just screams dinner for any large animal. So we're filling the water station, and I turn to look into the bushes, and you know how the light glistens off of creatures' eyeballs? The amount of eyeballs that were in these bushes in all areas, like highs and lows, and I know there's like a body of water, so I know the ones down low were just gators. And I'm just like, oh my God. Like, it's like Jumanji over here. So like when the power went out and I'm in Canada, and I'm just like, I don't know if anything's out here. It's wild.
That's best that I heard Jenny laugh, so I figured she didn't know what it was. That creepy pasta.
Oh,
yeah,
oh.
no, I didn't. And then Right Track said, speaking of creepy, I'm currently editing the voice of Norman Bates. I'm gonna need some Figment later to wash this away. But then Right Track says, oh, stop.
Yeah. Yeah, well, because the original Figment music that's the other thing too that made the area scary. I think I said this before. His music had like a circus vibe to it. Like there was a part of it that sounded like a creepy, like a creepy clown.
Yeah.
Just something about it. Like it's like watching Killer Clowns from Outer Space. I know you. Have you seen that movie?
No.
Okay, it's a horrible movie, but still.
Yeah.
But it's like watching that, like that creepy clown music.
Yeah. Right, Track says that freaks me out. The reflective eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, Epcot has a lot of it. I heard Animal Kingdom has a lot of it. There was one time I was working an overnight shift, and as we were doing the pep talk, they were like, "Oh yeah, by the way, guys, anybody that's working the trucks, if you're going out and about." He was like, they were doubling people up for the first time in their workstations because apparently there was a cougar sighting in, not Windermere, there's what's that area up there? Lake Butler. There was a cougar sighting in Lake Butler. Lake Butler is probably about not even 5 miles away from Epcot. And they were like, yeah, just be on the lookout. We're going to double everybody up because there was a cougar sighting about 5 miles away. I'm just like, okay, hold on. Like,
I suppose this is not a horror movie, it's a comedy.
What? Oh yeah, the Killer Clowns, I'm assuming.
Oh, yeah. It's not a horror.
It's not a horror movie at all. It's straight.
I heard it's trash.
It is the worst. It is the best worst movie you'll ever see.
I'm not gonna watch it.
Oh, I mean, it's.
Because I don't want to.
It's like you got to though. You got to experience this cult. I mean, it made it to Halloween Horror Nights, so you know it's got a following.
That's funny.
I mean, they trap people in cocoons, and they suck their blood.
No, thank you. It's bad funny, he says.
Oh, it's so bad, and the acting is atrocious.
Oh, great.
It's so bad.
What's going on 140?
Okay.
I'm just thinking if we pick them up a little earlier, I'll have time to chill before baseball tonight.
Okay.
Vespa said cotton candy dude. Is there a cotton candy dude?
Because they found people wrapped up in cocoons.
Oh.
Or cotton candy cocoons. He kept saying it. Like that's why the acting was so bad.
Ryjack says double everybody up. For what? To make sure the cougar has a full meal? Yes.
Pretty much.
Yes.
Or at least so that if the cougar attacks one, the other person can run for help. Or run for their life.
Well, I hope I'm person 2 and not person 1.
Well, my person ended up leaving me anyway because he didn't want to work anyway. I always got tagged up with people that just wanted to go to sleep because it's overnights.
Yeah.
But it was always like, oh, I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. Yeah, okay.
You never see him again?
No.
That's funny.
We can, if you want, we can walk to the car.
Okay.
We have everything, I'm guessing. I'm actually quite impressed by this fuel rod because it's not even halfway.
You gotta be faster than the last guy. I'm not though.
Oh, I am. I mean, I was.
Not me.
Especially at Epcot. I mean, no shade to anybody that worked overnight at Epcot, but these are guys that's been there for. I mean, there were some guys who's been working for the company before Epcot was even a thing. So I know I'm outrunning them.
Chubby here's not outrunning anybody.
It'd be like, what's that guy's name in The Walking Dead? Shane? When he sacrificed the big guy so that he could get away.
Taliban Channel says, what do you think of Epcot food there? What would you rate the food from 1 to 10? Have you both bought anything from there yet?
So, here's the thing about Epcot's food. I actually enjoy the quick service and the festivals a lot better than some of the sit downs. Now, I haven't done a lot of sit downs yet, because I would definitely say, like, if Via Napoli in Italy, best pizza on property. Where else have we eaten now?
Well, quick service wise,
because you can't go wrong with any of the quick service, really. Like, we love Mexico's quick service, the Regal Eagle in the America Pavilion, Yorkshire's fish and chips over in the UK. We've had Spice Row Table in Morocco. That was really good for such a small portion plate.
I have got to use the restroom before we go, though.
Okay.
The one on the outside?
Yeah, you can do that on the far side.
Okay.
I do want to go to like places like Garden Grill because I've heard they're really good. Only places I've heard that are questionable right now, and I would like to try that for myself, would be Coral Reef, even though recently I've heard Coral Reef step their game up a little bit, and also Space 220. I haven't heard too many talk about that lately,
No,
but
not at all.
again, I would like to try it for myself before coming down. The only place I have heard hands down is just not a good place to eat is that Nine Dragons in China. Other than that, Epcot food on a scale of 1 to 10, I would definitely give it at least a,
Is there a 9 in there?
8. Definitely an 8. If I had to base off of everything, because like I said, the quick service that we've had is out of sight every single time. I don't know. I definitely would just keep it at an 8, just to be on the safe side. I would definitely probably say that Epcot has better food than most other Disney resorts or Disney theme parks. Animal Kingdom coming in very close after that. But Animal Kingdom also has a lot of third party as well, though.
Fastpass says, I ate at Coral. It was good eating fish in front of fish.
Yeah. That's probably the one thing that is odd. Like, oh, well, it's fresh. But I heard they kind of went downhill for a little bit because they just got so used to people just going there because it was Coral Reef and it was unique. But recently I heard on, I think Tom Corliss on WWE News Today, cheap plug.
Swing around.
Okay. He revisited Coral
There's
Reef.
a bench behind you.
Oh, okay. He revisited Coral Reef and he actually enjoyed it. So, and for anybody that is new, go ahead and like and subscribe to the channel. We are going to probably be wrapping it up here pretty soon. We're just doing our customary after chat or after stream chat. If you don't know, now you know. I am actually blind. I was diagnosed with glaucoma realistically, I was first diagnosed with glaucoma in 2013, but it didn't take full effect in my good eye until 2017. It was manageable, but it was still aggressive, and they never could figure out why. And then, unfortunately, I came in contact with COVID in 2021, and that exacerbated a lot of what glaucoma was doing. And because of the fever, it caused further pressure in my eye, which basically led me to, I will say, 0% vision in my right eye. And I would probably say I'm hanging on to about 5 or 6% vision in my left eye. Depending on the lighting in the room, I might see a shadow of something, but I won't be able to tell you what exactly it is. For instance, right now, I would guesstimate right now, I have the gimbal in my face. So I can see the image of the phone, but I can't make, like I have the biggest thing was the depth perception. I have no depth perception whatsoever. So a lot of things I have to do, it causes me to have slow movements because my mind's playing tricks on me. I think that my phone is closer to my face than it actually is. And it's amazing how funny the smallest, like my brain, like I can move my hand towards something, but my brain can't comprehend where exactly it is. Like I could see it, but like my hand doesn't go where my vision's trying to go. Then I find myself bumping into stuff quite often because I'm like, oh, thought that was farther away. Oops. That's why I'm usually rambling on right now because she'll catch up with the comments later on, which is fine. Hopefully people stick around long enough for the answer. But yeah, since I am right now, as Disney would say, not capable of having a work location, I am currently technically a cast member, but they are trying to work with a space for me. So I have the joys of being a cast member without having to work, but that's actually kind of bothersome for me because I actually enjoy working, and I actually enjoyed working at Disney when I did. Former pirate, former butler for the Haunted Mansion, Pirates of the Caribbean. I worked Enchanted Tales with Belle. I was Under the Sea with Little Mermaid. I've been friends with Goofy at the Vero Beach Resort. I've worked overnight custodial, as I said, at EPCOT. I've done food and beverage at Hollywood Studios. and I did a brief stint as a greeter for Hollywood Studios. Actually, this year, late last year, they attempted to put me at a greeter. They didn't think it was going to work, even though there's probably a position where I just have to be put out front and just tell people, answer the questions that they have, because I do know quite a bit about how to get around Disney and everything like that. But as of right now, YouTube is my job. And I would love to really get up there and make it worth people's while. And tune in every time we make a video. We do not stream on the weekends. We do try to get some sort of video out on the weekends, but it is very difficult because we have so many other things we're doing. My wife has now sparked up our love of pin trading again, especially with all the pins that keep coming out. She's actually been pin trading like crazy. That's why a lot of the stream will probably be me holding the camera and just aimlessly talking about absolutely nothing. And then she'll catch up with the comments. Yeah.
I went behind the bench so I didn't walk in front of the camera.
Oh, okay. And she'll catch up. We'll catch up with the comments.
Oh, sorry.
Wait a minute, whenever. Oh, you want me to just carry it to the car?
Right Track said, just read that Beverly was discontinued in 2009. Only Disney and the Coke Museum in Atlanta has it. You are privileged. And Balaban said, I heard Space 220 is supposed to be good there, and the experience is supposed to be good there. The experience, yes.
Yeah.
The food, no.
No. I can't say this. From what now,
I'll carry this, so I'll be able to hold the phone up when we get to the car.
Okay. The only thing I want to say with Space 220 is because I've listened to so many people, but a lot of people are just like, I don't want to say opinionated, but like they don't go there enough to really feel as if I can value that opinion too much.
Mm-hmm.
So then it's kind of like the experience, of course, is great because they will transport you to a different, it's like a space station.
Yeah.
So the experience is like they put you in an elevator and it's simulating you going to space, and it puts you in the theme of it, which is great. The food, I think they said, is very essential because it's not color, like it's a different color than you would typically see food too.
Yeah.
But most people, they do enjoy it. It's just not a go-to restaurant. It's kind of like, yeah, I did it. I'm happy I did it, and that's about it.
And the price is pretty out there.
Yeah, and it's third party, so it's not supposed to be to the standard of Disney. But then again, Tony's Town Square is a Disney restaurant, and that's not appealing to.
Yeah. Did you want water from Joffrey's?
If we can. If not, don't worry about it. I mean, we have nothing in the car. So.
Here you go. Hold this. I forgot we were doing that, or I would have. Here you go.
All right. Sorry, I'm gonna get some Joffrey's. And fun fact, in case anybody didn't know, because I'm actually surprised. Sorry if the camera's moving around. I'm actually surprised a lot of people don't know this. All quick service, pretty much all quick services, will give you a free cup of ice water if you ask nicely. Every once in a while, though, some places get stingy with the ice, but that's all right. I recommend going to Joffrey's or Starbucks because they have typically triple filtered water, which is great because Florida water is not good. And typically the water fountains and even the water refill stations, they're not cold water. It's like room temperature almost. And I unfortunately have to have ice cold water.
Well, you didn't have to chug it.
Okay.
That would hurt. That would give me a headache.
Yeah, see, there was no ice in that. And it tastes like coffee.
Well.
It's like it's triple filtered, but it also is triple filtered in coffee.
Yeah. You get what you pay for.
Yeah. Yeah. Not gonna play too much. It was worth every penny.
Yep.
It didn't cost me a thing. Which is why, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Free ice water.
Yeah.
At all quick service locations. I recommend the lesser known quick services because sometimes those quick service lines can be out of control when you just want a cup of water. And sometimes they do have water available right up at the front. You just have to let them know.
Yeah.
think the only places that we've eaten, and it hasn't even been recently, we did Beer Garden. That was all right.
That was 10 years ago when I was pregnant with Calypso.
Yeah, it wasn't what I really would have wanted out of German food. It was like, I know they probably don't fry a lot of things over there, but
It was a buffet of meat though, so.
yeah, but it was boiled. It was like boiled, and there wasn't anything like pan-seared or anything like that. And so it was weird too because like whatever, it wasn't bratwurst, it was whatever else worse they had. It was like boiled, but it still looks like the same color as it does when it's raw. Ooh, you know what? I don't know what they're going to do for Din Din. Just had a lot of leftover chicken.
Bitch, it's toasty out there on the pavement. It really is.
Oh yeah.
It really. Can you take my water?
Pretty good.
Okay, for the back.
All right. Ooh, man. It's a scorcher.
Yeah.
It's getting hotter by the day, which is beautiful. They said there was a cold. They said there was supposed to be this cold front coming through. And the lady said we were supposed to be like in the 70s for the rest of the week, but she is a liar.
Yeah, that's.
Because I've heard it's going to be like 86 by Friday. And then you said we should be hitting the 90s by next Wednesday?
There was definitely a 90-degree day in there.
Oh, a niner.
Was there a niner in there?
A niner in there? Shut up, Richard.
Anybody seen the weight room?
Hey, Richard.
We are so lame. We do the same jokes every
Still,
day.
They never get old. These are classic movies, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, man.
If you don't know the movie reference, you have not watched enough movies.
Oh, man. Richard.
Richard.
Who's your favorite
Little rascal.
little rascal?
Alfalfa or Spanky?
Oh, man. We are not funny. I look terrible today. Wowza.
It's the second time you said that, and they said that it's not to brag, but I got me a winner. Got me a doll face.
Oh, he got him a Katie.
Yeah.
What's that from?
Whose name just has to be Jennifer.
Jenny.
Yeah, I don't know where that came from. He got himself a
He got himself a Katie.
I don't know. It's such a common thing now. It's like I hate to think it's from what's that reality show? They had all those kids.
Oh, Tom and Kate plus 8.
Was it Tom?
Oh no.
John and Kate. John and Kate plus 8. Yeah.
No, because I thought it was when a black guy gets a white girl. He's not black.
Well, no.
Oh. I'm confused then.
He's still a minority. Got himself a Katie. I think it's when anybody gets a white girl.
Oh.
Got himself a Katie.
There's a lot of stuff back there in that back seat
Like what?
from these children's.
Should've been the- Oh, that's Tayton's toy. You say a lot, and there must be 3 things.
You keep running your hand over one. There's a couple of papers back there.
Oh, yeah, they just put that back there. The only thing back there yesterday was their bottles, which I just threw out. Yeah, Titans probably just pulled all that out anyway.
14 days worth of homework just shoved in the bottom of his backpack.
Yeah. But then he brings home A's and B's, so I don't know.
Yeah, he's so close to the principal's honor roll.
And the other thing too, side note on that, to talk about the personal thing, apparently, it seems as if, it might be just the change of the reading teacher.
Yeah, I told the teacher that.
Okay. 'Cause
I told the teacher that, but it's not an excuse.
Well, I mean, who knows though? Like, how bad could the teaching?
It's not just the reading grade though.
Oh.
It's not the reading grade. John and Kate kids are in their 20s. Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Yeah,
Oh
I
my
heard a
god.
follow up because it's such a dysfunctional family right now because they got 8 kids. The 2 oldest kids have nothing to do with their father, and then the other 6, because all the first 2 are twins, and are the other 6 all twins too?
Oh wait, no. Oh, the first set are twins? I thought
Yeah.
there was one child and then the rest were the
Oh no, I think they had 2 that were twins, and then they had 6 tuplets. Because the other 6 are all the same. But then
Well,
one of the kids, the mom had committed, and now he lives with the dad, and there's
yeah,
like a
some
whole
don't
mess.
like the other parents, I
Yeah.
read. Andrew Joseph, what is that? The Beach Garden? The Beach Garden? B-E-G?
Beer garden.
V-E-G?
Maybe it's beer. The beer garden. Maybe he's trying to throw in the German, das German, the beer garden. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't you know? No, that's Minneapolis.
We don't know.
Das Germany. You think you would know? You'll say that you're.
German?
I don't even know what I was saying. I don't even know what accent I'm trying to do.
I don't know
Starting to turn
either.
Russian in a minute here.
I'm not Russian.
The beer garden. You know, I'm surprised they don't sell vodka at the beer garden.
Oh, I don't know. Grow carrots, vegetable brain, and the Octomom kids are 16.
Oh my! Oh yes, that's absolutely
Oh.
right. I first moved to Florida, and I heard of this woman, and I'm just like, and I saw the video, and I'm just like, that's not real. This cannot be real.
Yeah.
Octomom. Yes, that was her name. Octomom.
Yeah. And she made her face look like Angelina Jolie's. That's what was
Oh, really?
like just the icing on the
maybe
cake.
that's what it was. Okay.
It was a whole weird
Yeah,
thing.
She was, I saw her, and then I saw her Howard Stern. I was just like, oh, this can't be good. I didn't watch the whole interview. Anybody that goes to Howard Stern, I was just like, oh, this thing's gonna be good. I can't watch this.
Can I give you this? Sorry.
Yeah, what is this?
Ooh. Yeah.
Yeah, there was a lot of
16.
16 years old. I've been in Florida for 16 glorious years. 16 glorious years as a Floridian. I love every minute of it, except for people who want to pretend to be Floridians come down here and they ruin the great state of Florida. Or I shouldn't say the great state of Florida. I should say the Florida state of Florida.
I hate when people move to Florida and they call themselves Floridians.
No, yeah. I mean, I will never say I'm a Floridian as much as I would love to, because I just moved here. I just love
I call myself a
Florida.
Floridian.
I'm not a Floridian yet. I've not done Florida things yet.
Are you Florida man?
No, not even close. I'm not even trying to be a Florida man, because those are the guys. Remember that one guy? He walked to a store. He had a baby alligator in his hand, and then he bought like a case of beer like it was no big deal.
Oh, that's Florida man.
I'm not trying to be that Florida man.
Not to mention her 6 other kids?
Who? The Octomom?
Yeah.
She had, like, before or after?
Before or after?
Good
He said, okay, Gator boy.
I mean, yeah, I'm just a gator boy.
He was a Gator boy. He said, see you later, boy.
Yeah.
He wasn't good enough for her.
Like, gosh, she had more of them. But are they
But
all
yeah.
are they all in vitro? Because she did the 8 with
Yeah. In vitro. Yeah. Before, she already had, wow.
Goodness gracious. What's she trying to do? Get a football team started?
I don't know, but sometimes my two are just like, wow.
Gosh, I mean, sometimes my wife just. What was that from Mr. and Mrs. Smith? That string.
Do it again. They didn't see it. Yeah.
Sometimes.
Can you all believe that he wants to wring my neck sometimes?
Sometimes. Whoa. How many times have you said that you're gonna put a pillow over my head? I make one gesture.
First of all, it's face. I'm gonna put a pillow over your face when you go to bed.
I'm sorry. So I make one gesture. It's just like, oh, can you believe that?
I am perfection.
Like perfection as in a perfect murder? Perfection? Perfection as in OJ got away with it? Perfection? Like,
I'm just saying, I'm quite a treat.
Yep.
Get it right, Charles. That's what Best Pet says.
Sore milk bones, but you know.
Oh yeah. Get it right. I'm perfection.
Yeah. It's funny. Octomom was the same year as the Casey Anthony trial.
Oh.
So that's again, Casey Anthony would have been Kaylee Anthony.
Yeah.
Would have been 16 years older. So
I don't remember if we talked about this, but Casey Anthony tried to make a TikTok a few weeks ago, about a month ago, I would say, and everybody was like, I don't think so.
Because she's like, didn't she say something about she's like working for like an attorney's office or something like that? It was something.
Oh, she's doing like wow, she's got a lot of audacity. She's working for something that was like, wow, you kill your kid and now you work for somebody who, what was it? This isn't it, but something that would have a lot of audacity, like justice for kids.
Yeah.
And you killed yours. So what?
Yeah. And I don't know. I heard she was still in Florida. I heard she was like in southern, not South Florida, but like that West Palm Beach area.
Yeah. Well, she didn't get support on TikTok. They were just roasting her. So yeah,
you can't show your face, especially still being in Florida too. You're just not gonna.
Yeah.
That was such a big ordeal, especially for people around here because it was in Orlando. And she worked for Universal Studios at one point. I think at the time she was working for Universal Studios when it all happened. She was like an events coordinator or something like that. Or something like she had like a nice job for her.
That little girl was so cute.
Yep. But there was too many things, and again, this is the part of the talk where it's like, yeah, it's gonna get real talk about other stuff than Disney, but
That's what did I just walk into? Casey Anthony.
Yeah, Casey Anthony, Kaylee Anthony trial or a situation. Because there was so many lies, but then like her dad was also lying.
Yeah,
and it was just like, well, who do you believe at this point?
Well, I mean, then they did it because everyone's got a different lie.
Well, yeah, because then it was like, then they made it seem like something happened. Because obviously she wasn't watching her kids, so she was dropping the kids off to grandparents. Something happened at the grandparents' house.
Yeah,
maybe the grandmother didn't know, but the grandfather did know, and then it was just like, we're gonna keep this a secret.
I don't know. I've heard people say it was Casey, but I've heard other people say it was her dad. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know if it was an accident that they didn't know what to do, or if Casey didn't want to be a mom anymore and she just. But
then she tried to get pregnant again, because then she got another boyfriend like some years ago, like recently, within the last 5 or 6 years.
Yeah, I heard that.
And was like trying to have a baby or something. It was just like,
yeah, I'm gonna need you to not.
How about no?
That's crazy.
That's well, let's see. You don't learn from that mistake.
Oh, Right Try says actually she did not work for Universal at the time. She lied and led the police. Oh. She lied and led the police all the way to the back lot, and once there, she confessed to not working there.
Oh man, what a piece of work!
What would she benefit from lying about that?
The same thing she didn't benefit from either. Remember, she told the story about leaving the girl at this person's apartment, and she pinpointed someone's apartment and named who lived there, and it just happened to be the person that lived there, but they have no idea who she is.
So she's just off. She's just off mentally.
Yeah.
Oh.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Huh.
She was a party girl, I know that much.
Oh, so she did it because she wanted to party.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I say though too. Like she probably just dropped the kid off at her parents' house, and then something happened, and then everybody panicked.
Wow. That's a lot.
Yeah. But then at the same time, I'm over here just like, has anybody thought about questioning the father of the kid? Like,
I don't
where's
know.
this guy been at? Is he
don't know.
incarcerated? Did he die too?
I don't know. We got to wrap this up. It's 2:07.
Diddy did it. That's all I'm gonna say.
Diddy did not do this one.
I don't know.
He didn't do
He's
this
been around
one.
for a while.
Okay, guys.
we gotta go.
we gotta go. Okay, we'll be back live Friday from, I don't know, Magic Kingdom.
We're gonna try because
Somewhere.
we gotta get the reservation for it. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah. Well, thanks for hanging out with us, and we will see you next time on This Time. Oops,